Hey everyone, welcome to episode 17 of Conversations with Carswell. This time I sat down with Coach Cam, Hoosier, Jettbaby Dada, and Kuda Baby just a few days before their set at the final No Comply. This episode's a little out of the ordinary. We had 5 people on the mics at once, kept it loose, and let the conversation breathe. So bear with us through any foibles you hear along the way. We got into Punk's relationship with hip hop, the histories behind some of our favorite artists, and just had a genuinely fun, merry conversation on the days leading up to one of the most exciting shows we've been a part of. With that being said, here's Coach Cam, Jettbaby Dada, Hoosier, and Kuda Baby. Well, you guys, welcome. This is a first for the podcast, having this many guests at once. So this is exciting.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with Hoosier here.
Well, I'm Hoosier. I'm Hoosier. Yeah, we've been here before already. I'm glad to be back, man.
Yeah, could you tell us just a little bit about yourself, and if you could drop where people can find you online?
I'm Hoosier. I am from Jeffersonville, Indiana, but I'm stationed here in Louisville. I just make music. I'm a dad. I work. I'm a regular guy. You can find me on Instagram at Hoosier with an extra O. I don't really have any other social media.
Everybody don't know what a Hoosier is.
It's HOO, but at a extra O, so triple O SIER. But that's not the actual name. They got to get the actual name right. It's HOO SIER.
Hoosier.
But yeah, that's like my only social media. I really don't get on a lot of. I have a TikTok, but I don't necessarily use it. But on Spotify and Apple Music. I guess if you listen to Amazon Music,
All platforms.
whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
All different.
Right. All that is Hoosier, HOOSIER.
Awesome. And so that's double O on social media, but
No, triple O on
Okay.
social media,
Okay.
double O on everything else.
Gotcha. Copy
Yeah,
that.
because someone else has the double O. It's like somebody with a dog or some shit.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, and you?
I'm Jettbaby Dada, and that's everywhere on all platforms. On Instagram, JETT.BA. All right, JETT.
Drunk Baby Dada.
.DADA. I'm not even drunk. I'm just sleepy.
Sleepy.
Real sleepy. Tucked. Ready to be touched. Ready to cuddle up. Netflix.
Wake up.
You ain't even past your bedtime. Your ass be texting me at 2 in the morning.
Right?
Hey, y'all, should I drop this?
Oh, thanks.
And
Your boy. It's Coach Cam with the hits. You can find me everywhere, Coach Cam with the hits or Coach Cam WTH, but all DSPs as Coach Cam. So,
thank you.
My name is Kuda Baby the Third. You can find me on every platform. Kuda Baby. All you gotta do is put an underscore at the end of that. All DSPs. Google me, Facebook, everything. I'm there.
Okay, I do got a Facebook.
No, don't do that. It's my time.
right. You had your
time. You talking about triple O's and double O's.
He said he's stationed in Louisville.
right, you don't got your
Instagram,
SEO down, brother.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, we all like in Jeffersonville except for Dada. But, you know what I'm saying? I said that.
Yeah,
You didn't say that, though.
I did say that. But yeah. But we in Louisville now.
Okay, so did you guys all kind of grow up together in like the city?
Well,
Somewhat.
yeah. These are my family. This has been my homie for damn near my entire life at this point.
Mhm.
So I grew up with them, and we met in middle school. So
I grew around that nigga over there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, within.
That's awesome. So, can you tell us what
That
it's
bitch on
like
silent.
playing like this last No Comply show, and can you walk us through like what this event means for the city?
I guess I'll go first. For me, I think it's really dope as far as like everybody coming together from the local scene and actually doing something big. I remember the first time I seen No Comply, like it like literally went viral. Like I'm seeing this like it's from some other city, and then I find out it's from my city, and I'm like, damn, we moving like that. So like to be able to end this off, when I remember looking at it and being like, damn, like if I could do that, that'd be sick. Like this happened in my city, that's so crazy. So to be able to end this off and be like the final not only part of the final show, but like the only rap group too. It's honestly a blessing. Like I'm very thankful, and it's a lot of hard work. Like these guys all work hard, so I think they deserve it of all people for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So, how do you think hip hop intersects with punk in such like a vital and fundamental way where other genres just don't seem to fit? And why do you think that chemistry is kind of there? And why that seems to be just putting you guys as full on display at this like punk event?
My short answer is just like a rebel spirit, like it's shared amongst like hip hop and punk, and that's why I think like it's necessary that like these type of collaborations do happen. That you do throw a rap group on a no comply because, I mean, that's just the same messages, but just like different fonts, basically. So I think that's what's really dope about like mixing. They've always mixed like since the inception and
MC, Aerosmith,
yeah, it's always been like, you know, hand in hand, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, I mean, Linkin Park, Jay-Z for real though, like that really went crazy. So it's like peanut butter and jelly for real. Like I really like, and since like I did No Comply last year, and being a part of a live show like that, and you was also there, you know, you did your thing, like. It was just different. Like I've had a lot of hype ass hip hop shows. Like I've seen a lot of dope stuff, and I've been thankful to see a lot of dope stuff. But like the energy at punk shows is just like it's peak. It's like it's what every artist is like looking for. It's why you do this shit. Like it's like the peak highest energy is punk. So I'm hype about this shit. I can't even lie.
Yeah. Very hype. Very hype.
So is this can I?
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure,
rolling.
absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
I would say too, what's cool about the punk and the rap type of vibe is that, you know, not only like how he says like the same type of rebel spirit involved in it, but it's also just like I guess I would say
Gonna be some weed there.
I guess I would say it's like combining almost like the coolest of not genres, but just like I guess vibes when it comes to music. Like those are like the coolest things and the most like not inspirational but influential uh music genres that I know of. At least I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like even how rap kind of takes the rock star spirit. You know what I mean? And like integrates it into how we dress. You know how we just like express ourselves. You know what I mean? I feel like it just makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing some shit like a punk, you know, rock person would wear right now. You know what I mean? But that's like, it's just cool. We've always meshed. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's pretty dope, just in general.
Yeah, it's really cool how the two scenes have like appreciated each other from afar, like not quite knowing how to truly collaborate until we've like seen like like I think it was like Wu-Tang Clan and Korn and Linkin Park and Jay-Z and like all these crazy collabs like over the years where you're like, oh, it can work if if the mind is there.
Look at like Lil Uzi and like
Cardi.
You know, Cardi,
Cardi's
Juice
current
WRLD,
aesthetic
like,
is super punk.
That's like they like mesh those type of the expression of like feelings and
all into one.
You know, singing like those. It just meshes well. I don't really know how to like define it, but yeah.
One that people sleep on for is kind of like 3-6 Mafia too in a way too.
That's a good point. They were extremely hardcore. Like
definitely
that whole Memphis scene was like
the crunk music.
Even like before that, like the 90s, they were like on some like.
But that's what they were called though. They're
like,
called crunk.
but like people, like it's like even before the like crunk, because the crunk's also like the like club stuff. They were like making like I don't know, like demon core, like like
dark.
Dark music.
Who sampled Crazy Train, bro? It was a Lil Jon in
it was Trick Daddy.
Yeah. I remember that day.
Let's go.
Oh god. Yeah, that shit was it for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how they influence each other, and like you said, like the way they dress, like you said like hip hop can be influenced like by metal like fashion, but it also the same the other way around in a big way too.
Everybody's wearing baggy clothes.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
seeing
The
like
jerseys, like
yeah, like punk has easily become like big pants music, like real
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, for sure.
Big
Yeah.
pants music.
Definitely,
That's
definitely
funny.
big pants music.
Who do you
It's
think
Thank you.
has the bigger pants,
yeah,
rap or punk?
Ooh,
it's
right
tough.
now.
It's
It's
tough
punk.
because Jinkos are back
don't
and
know,
like
though.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
back on both sides.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's like just a
It's just big pants
ginormous
music.
pant,
Yeah.
like for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It's like even when you say I think of like Limp Bizkit, like they were very hip hop core, like
Yeah.
their fashion
Yeah.
and stuff. Like they look like rappers low key,
Yeah.
like the jerseys and like backwards hats and stuff. Like
Right.
They had like thank God this is gone, but like the wallet chain. You know,
Yeah.
like the,
yeah.
No,
they bring that back, though.
They brought that
that's
back.
back.
They
Oh
just
Yeah,
man,
the wallet
attach it
chain
to the
definitely-
wallet though. They just take the
Oh.
chain off and just put it on the pants.
Yeah,
yeah,
I wore a
yeah.
wallet chain the other day.
Diamond
for
out,
sure.
fake diamonds.
Yeah, the wallet chain's
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in though. That's high right there.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really cool. I'm afraid
Yeah.
I was like I could not pull it off, but it was really
You
cool.
can
when
do
somebody
anything you
could.
set your mind to, bro. You
That's
know?
true. This is the
Absolutely,
time to do
absolutely.
it though, right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's coming back.
And they,
Mhm.
I mean, never mind.
Freedom of expression. That's really what it's all about, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our city right now is in such a unique position because all these filmmakers are coming to the city for the first time, all of these producers, all of these labels, all these artists and tour packages are all seeing Louisville for the first time
Mhm.
because like they just, if you've interacted with people outside of Kentucky, they think, "Oh, you're from Louisville? Where's that? Kentucky? Oh, so it's
You
you
ride a
live on a
horse."
farm." Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
We went
exactly.
to California. They did that. We was buying like some weed in a dispensary, and it was like, "You must own a horse, huh?" And it's like,
It's like you have
Nah.
money on a horse.
Right,
Right. A horse more expensive than a car, bro.
Right, right.
Yeah, for real. And so people don't know our city, like, but now it's getting light shed on it for the first time. And what people are discovering is like, oh my gosh, like there's these crazy talented artists from the city that are just
Right.
kind of making themselves known and kind of pouring out of the city now, like in a almost like seemingly large amount, more than like ever before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think it is about Louisville that makes it so unique? Because I hear people when they hear music from Louisville artists on the road from all different cities, they'll say, "You guys from Louisville? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense." And it'll be like,
Mhm.
"Whoa, there's something about our city that is unique that people from all over the country are recognizing." What do you think that is?
Go ahead.
For me, I feel like it's really like originality for real. Even though like we got influenced by certain other cities, it's like it's just a bunch of different characters in Louisville for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could look at one dude that's from a certain area and be like, oh, he's from Louisville. And then somebody else that's totally different, got totally different interests and everything. But you can still it'd be like, it still makes sense why he's from Louisville.
Like
you know?
EST and Jack. Like
Yeah,
they're
like, you
like
feel me?
two different neighborhoods, like
Right.
you know, on the big scale.
But they still got like certain things that they know
Louisville-
how to they can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Louisvillisms.
the originality for real. And it's like, honestly, bro, it's been a great city my whole life. For real, they got skyscrapers and shit, you know, all that good shit.
Yeah. I would say it's definitely a melting pot. You know what I mean? Of like
Mhm.
just a bunch of different, like even us, like we're all from Indiana. You know what I mean? But like at the
Nah,
same
me,
time,
shit.
this nigga, like don't nobody care. But look, we're from Indiana, but like at the same time, we're heavily influenced. I mean, essentially, we kind of might as well be from Louisville. At least me and him. I don't know about that guy, but like we lived in Louisville before we actually took that step to be here and stay here. You know what I'm saying? We've lived here, moved around here for a long time, but
Right.
in general, it's just like a big melting pot of
Right.
a lot of different cultures. Plus, it's a college town.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
what I
saying?
agree.
Like,
Right.
I think the sports put on for
Yeah.
us too more than
Right.
anything. For
That's
sure.
facts.
Yeah,
it's-
that's very real.
so it's just it's a lot of talent here, a lot of you know, mixture even of like different beliefs and things like that. You know, people on the right, people on the left, people that worship, you know, Allah, people that worship. You know, it's like a lot of different filters that like just like people get to express through. You know what I mean? So I think that's really why it's interesting. You know what I
And we
mean?
got Muhammad Ali too. That's just like in itself.
Culture.
Yeah,
Big
that's just,
culture.
in itself is just like it's big right there. For real.
And my thing is like Louisville being where it is on 65, Like you 4 hours from Atlanta, 4 hours from Chicago,
Detroit's right
Detroit,
there.
4 hours from St. Louis.
Cleveland, I guess.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
fuck
get
about
Ohio,
them.
Nashville,
Nashville.
facts. So it's like
Tennessee, all that.
Cincy, right? Like, there's just so many, like, within a day, you can be in so many major cities and, like, come back home even, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy to, like, pick up a lot of influence or spread a lot of influence, like, just going up and down that highway or going, east and west on these highways. Because that's really been my advantage, even being in Kentucky in specific, is, like, if you're in LA, man, you want to go to New York, you got to go all the way across the country. If you want to go to Detroit, it's all the way across the country. You know what I'm saying? You in Louisville, you want to go to Atlanta, get in the car. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to Michigan? Get in the car. Chicago, right? Get in the car.
You don't go to Florida.
Catch the bus.
It's a long
right,
drive.
8 hours to Miami, or was 17 hours? Look, I done did the drive. It's 17.
It's a little stroke. But you can do it.
But you can do it in a day. You can't make it to LA in a day.
No,
But
hell no.
Nah,
you can basically go to half the country from here in a day. So it's like you're really not limited here, like for real, especially like motion wise. And you can come back to Kentucky, which is one of the cheapest states to live in. So like it's a good place to have to know move and stick and move as far as like being in Louisville in specific too. Because if you go out Lexington or out east, you're still a little bit more further away from stuff. Like Louisville's like smack in the middle of the South in the Midwest. So it's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, it is like a great crossroads between all these major cities, which makes it easier for artists from here to go and perform out of town and do like tours around that area, and for touring artists to come through here.
Right,
But-
it's
and-
on the way between Nashville and Indy.
And-
Like
and you're
went
seeing
to
it.
St. Louis. That wasn't far at all.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours.
Well,
Right?
6
way
hours.
closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, the St. Louis drive is not too bad.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's great that we're seeing it more and more now, like on tour flyers. You're saying, "Oh, Louisville, Kentucky now,"
Right.
because we're able to like hold down smaller venues now.
Mhm.
It appears.
It's like we got a bunch of history that people don't even really realize or sleep on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because basically, like baseball shit, the Louisville Slugger, like that original, it came from originally this city. So, at Bourbon came from Kentucky. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
You know, Deion Sanders played for the Bats.
Yeah, Louisville
It's
Bats.
crazy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
NFL legend, like played for the Louisville Bats.
You
Like,
bring up bourbon too, like bourbon's worldwide
Bourbon
too.
and
Like
beyond.
we got so
Aaron
much
Rod-
motion off the bourbon
Yeah.
out
Aaron
here. for
Rodgers was
sure.
here last year, like
A lot of
Peyton Manning, I
people,
think
a
he
lot of
got the
people,
Kentucky
a
Derby
lot of
shit.
people.
and
yeah.
louder than life is, it's
Facts.
fucking up people's
Forecast of the
nights and shit.
Thunder's
You know what I'm
huge,
saying?
too.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder over Louisville.
Yeah, we had this conversation on the way to St. Louis, kind of like breaking down like some of the qualities of Louisville that are kind of like decent, to be honest, like that are unique or like actually like are good for the city. And we brought up a few different things like that, like just culture. There's a decent amount of culture here, like for where it's at, like you mentioned, like Muhammad Ali, Kentucky Derby. These are like worldwide things.
Jennifer
Bourbon,
Lawrence.
yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. Like there's like things that are like worldwide. Diane Sawyer's from Louisville too, right?
Johnny Depp.
Well, he's from Kentucky,
I
but
just watched the movie that they filmed over on Dixie.
that's
Like,
crazy.
With some pretty decent actors in it. I think one of the kids from Stranger Things was in it, actually.
Oh, that's crazy. And they shot on
They
Dixie.
shot it right, literally, you know where mom used to live?
Yeah,
Right there, you know where the LG&E building is?
Yeah.
Shot it right there.
that's nuts.
It's just crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's
We got some of the best water too, also.
Facts.
water, yeah. The faucet water, I did miss the faucet water. I can't lie. When I moved away from Louisville, that's real life. When I moved away from Louisville, like you really can't drink everybody faucet water. Like it don't be good. Like I my whole life I grew up just being able to go to the sink and be like, it's good. Like
With the hose.
yeah, and it's fine. It tastes perfect. Like
Yeah.
you go other places, the water be like gray, like
Yeah,
or like
honestly,
have a weird smell.
Yeah, the hose water. You can't drink hose water anywhere.
No.
Yeah, I when as a kid, it was like
It's
some of the
bussin'.
best water
Right.
ever. It was,
Always
the best-
cold.
Great
Yes, it
water.
was so good. But so as the producer of the group here, how are you approaching translating the studio version of a track to a live version of the track? Especially for young artists who are like, they're like, I just cooked this in my bedroom. I love it, but like, how am I going to translate this to a live performance? I
Right.
feel like it's tough for a lot of younger hip hop artists to kind of approach that, especially seeing like it like almost being easy for a band because everybody like has like an instrument that you play and it just supposed to go that way.
Right.
Like it kind of fills that space. But so how do you approach that, and how are you approaching that for this performance uniquely?
Well, number one, it's a blessing to be able to hear all the stuff like I'm cooking up with them being performed by like actual musicians. Because I do a lot of my production on my own. I don't really like collaborate a lot with people and stuff. So it really is genuinely amazing to be able to see how other instrumentalists take on like my production. But I mean, honestly, I guess for me, it's like just how I produce. Um, I try to like make the biggest beats, like when like as far as the sound. Like I try to like have like whatever it is, and not even in just in like complexity, but just like there's gonna be something in there that sticks with you. As far as when I'm producing, I try to like make there be an element that like sticks with you. And I think when we're sitting and practicing and like recreating these things, like I'm seeing the artist pick up on these elements that are like supposed to stick with you. So it's dope. Like we were in practice one day and the band wasn't even supposed to be playing the song. Like I'm playing it for him and they just pick up their instruments like, okay, it goes like this. Like, and it's like they pick it up and they're hearing what I was hearing when I was making it, but they're doing it so fast. So it's like, it's really dope. Seeing like everybody like I guess hear the same things. And especially when I was just sitting by myself when I was making them. So it's like, when I'm making it, it's like, oh, this 808 goes hard or this bass line goes hard. But then actually seeing another person who plays bass be like, oh, that bass line's sick. Like that's been dope. Like it's been cool to see that like I guess the musicality is translating into live instrumentation because I don't even play instruments. So
Make that water there.
yeah. Thirsty.
Fiji,
Fiji, big Fiji.
Hey, man, I've been outside all day, man.
But yeah, man. I try to make like shit that stands out, so it's dope that the instrumentals can pick up on it pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really interesting to imagine cooking up a beat almost like from scratch, and then having like somebody pick up on that same frequency, that
Yeah.
same thought pattern you were in, like in that really intimate moment.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like having that out and everybody's like interpretation of it,
yeah,
how they approach it, how they may add to it, how they just may try to complement it, how they may just try to match it.
yeah,
It's really interesting, especially when you add more instruments to the mix, like keys or like instruments that may not even be present in the track itself.
right,
It's
right,
like, how is this instrument that isn't present in this track actually going to fit in?
right.
And so it's really exciting to do that during the process.
Yeah.
And I hope more people get to experience that, and I definitely urge, anybody, it's like never too late to pick up an instrument,
Yeah,
always
yeah,
just, go for it. Just pick it up and, start a band with your friends.
We need more garage bands anyway. That's
Yeah.
just a
Right,
fact.
right.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
I don't know if you've been seeing it, but Jeezy's been touring with an orchestra. He's been
Whoa.
like redoing all his stuff with like a live orchestra. It's like a black
It's
tie
different.
event. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not like a rap concert.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
different.
pay good money to get in. You got to dress up and all that. And he
Yeah.
does his songs with orchestra. So like I think that's kind of clean.
That's hard.
That's
That's
Like, that's
different.
different. That's grown man shit.
Yeah, you gotta be on some different type of time.
That's grown man
It's
shit.
time for jazz.
No, for real though. Like legit, it do be time for jazz.
That's crazy. I imagine he sources the local orchestra from each city instead of like there was like
He
this.
got good money. He might have his own
That
version.
would-
You taking that bitch on tour?
That would
Take
be
'em with them.
crazy because, like,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
take that
if he
bitch on
is,
tour.
that's a huge flex. I mean, it's just like there's
I
just one
guarantee it.
hotel that you're booking the whole floor from every city you go to.
I
just
bet he-
to
yeah,
house
that's
all
sick,
those
though.
I bet he's doing that because, like, in reality, bro, would you really want to have to do that every
I
time?
feel like orchestra.
Guess if you have sheet music and they're pro, you could pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then it ain't gonna be consistent.
Honestly, yeah,
You know what I mean?
everybody
It's not
ain't gonna hit the
consistent.
same.
Yeah.
And he's trying like paying high dollar. He's $high tickets. It's like you know what I'm saying. He does it at like
yeah, especially if it's reflected the ticket
yeah,
price.
and you're,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're thinking about on some like support local artist type of shit.
Yeah.
He's thinking about
he,
business.
he
yeah,
paid them guys.
Taking
100,000 up
28
front.
people
Yeah.
out on the road.
He's,
like,
he's a drug dealer. He said, "I'm gonna take it on
that
the road
setup must be
myself."
crazy.
I mean, I've seen
travel.
one of my homies. He worked for Planet Earth, like the documentary, but they have like a live Planet Earth where they do it. Like they play the show live for you, and then like all the music's done by a real orchestra.
That's
So like the
different.
narration
You
and
gotta get high
stuff.
and go to that motherfucker.
I
for
did.
sure.
It was very nice. It was cool, like genuinely cool as
Yeah,
fuck.
you gotta go high
But
and
like
go to that motherfucker for sure.
they tour with an orchestra. Like that
That's
whole
so
thing is
cool.
like this guy. They got 2 tour buses, like 2 or 3 really,
Yeah.
for the whole orchestra.
Is there a Nepo Baby artist who surprised you the most of how
Drake.
good they are?
Well, yeah, that's a good yeah.
Coach Cam.
I'm gonna say this now.
Coach Cam
I am not a
Farms.
nepo baby. I'm the
Drake.
furthest thing. Drake is genuinely a nepo baby and is so low key. And I think that's impressive. Genuinely, like straight up, because his uncle invented slap
That
bass.
motherfucker hit like a
that.
cigarette.
Larry Graham, bro, invented
Yeah,
slap
like
bass.
a mouth
Look it
blew
up
up.
right now. Like for real,
Wow.
look it up right now.
Yeah.
His uncle invented slap bass, bro.
No
Slap
kidding.
bass.
That's a pretty
Slap
important one.
bass.
Yeah, bro.
Industry
Nepo
plant too,
baby.
so-
Wow.
Yeah,
Nepo
definitely.
baby.
Oh my
Nepo baby.
gosh.
I'm technically an
I
industry.
mean, you don't
industry
just go to
plant. Y'all industry
Nickelodeon
plants 'cause of
into
this
being
one.
a great rap artist.
That's
if you're
Diddy
not
right
a
there.
Nepo
Y'all
baby,
ain't
you
even.
know?
Y'all
Niggas
ain't.
crazy. We ain't gonna put that
Eyes
on
turn
there.
yellow.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga just got a 4-year sentence, but we need.
Y'all see the picture of him crying? I got it saved in my
But
phone.
nigga, he's like kicked back. That nigga's gonna have the time of his life, honestly.
Yeah, he is, ain't he? You already have a good time in there, huh?
He
Come
said,
on.
T.O.
Come on. He's got money.
Bro, that-
he got motion.
Bro, that's his shit though. Like, you know,
You know.
you know that he gonna have a good time for sure.
I have no comment on the Diddy situation. My lawyer advised me not to speak on the Diddy situation.
Right, next topic.
Right. I told you not to ask any questions about that.
Yo, where my water go?
I drank that.
Fuck it, just
It's crazy.
It's my water now.
I'm gonna watch it disappear though.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Let's get it.
I think the Nepo Baby artist that surprised me the most, but now is like disappointed me. But he came out with like an initial album that I thought was like pretty good. Like had a friend like my friend Naraya like called me and he's like, "You're gonna have to hear me out." But Jaden
I
Smith
knew it was Jaden
dropped
Smith. I knew it was
an
Jaden
album.
Smith.
James
I
Smith.
knew it was
and,
Jaden
and I know you're
Smith.
gonna
Slick
think it's
alright, though,
bad.
like-
Willow
It was-
better.
it
First
was
off,
crazy though.
It was
Willow
that
too.
Sire album.
Yeah, he's
and
slick alright,
It was
though.
like
Alfredo,
it was
he
like
kinda
not.
sucks, but
It
he
was like
alright.
not bad. It was like very cheesy and campy in some
Facts.
parts.
Yeah.
And it was just obvious that he had like $1 million production team
Yeah.
behind him and just everything. But there was something there that I that was pretty unique.
Honestly,
Icon still slaps.
Shout out
Yeah.
Jaden
I ain't
Smith
gonna
though.
Just
For real.
I kind of live.
Cause he
That's
really,
it's just slap. I ain't gonna
Jaden
let you.
Smith really
It's
helped me
alright.
on the
That
rapping
shit
tip though,
bogus.
for real. Cause I
It's
ain't
just
gonna
the
lie.
gimmicks.
When Karate Kid dropped,
He dropped a
I
song for
made
that
sure I
too.
memorized that verse as a kid and I wrote it down and everything.
You
I
look like
practiced that
Karate
bitch
Kid
every
right
day.
now. You got the same braids as
Yeah,
bro.
man.
No bullshit.
Nah, I'm the never mind, but shit. Yeah, though. Shout out Jaden Smith though, for real, cause hey,
Fuck
that-
Jaden Smith.
Direct influence.
Why did you
Yeah,
fuck
facts.
Jaden Smith?
Right,
though?
right, bro.
Why
Right.
is
Yeah,
Turn
bogus.
that around.
Right.
We not promoting
Why, what
PG.
you doing, bro?
Come on now.
His daddy gonna come slap you, nigga. Come on.
I beat Will Smith down.
Speaking of writing, I
I write everyone's stuff.
you write. You're the ghostwriter of the group. Just write
I write
everyone's stuff.
everyone's stuff. Don't.
It's not true.
Hell no.
Last time I had Dave Will Chris on, we talked about the interesting kind of parallel between your art and the real life that you have to just like walk around and live. And it's like I asked him a question about like he writes some pretty intense music, like some pretty crazy lyrics that are just like get really emotional and personal.
Yeah.
And talk about a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily speak about even to like the people closest to you, but you're able to like get those feelings and emotions and thoughts out through music. And he like described going to like a family reunion and like people like, you know, he posted the record and people listened and they're like, "Are you okay?" Like, oh my gosh. Like, have you ever had to like confront somebody? Did somebody ever confront you about the lyrics that you've written and been like, "Oh, I didn't know that about you," or like
Actually, my girlfriend does it all the time when I say I fuck bad bitches.
That's real. That's real.
That's
He's
crazy
like,
work.
when did you write
That is
this?
real. That is super real.
You
That-
do
Right
gotta
now,
give a
when did you
timestamp.
write it? When did
No,
you
he's
do
not
this?
lying though. You gotta give a timestamp. Which
Nah,
of you
facts.
know.
Right.
No. This is before I
No,
met
it's
you.
just a
This
figure of
is,
speech,
I pulled this
dog.
back
3
out.
a.m. in Kentucky.
The baby's entertainment.
November 2016.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that yet. I don't. Maybe I haven't like wrote anything like deep enough or spilt my family secrets or whatever. You know, for someone to just come up to me and be like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" It's more so just like, "Hey, I like that you're, you know, expressing yourself.
I don't think so either. Except Hoosier though, he writes shit that just make one give him a hug or something at the end sometimes.
Do you hug
Like,
your-
yeah, your lyrics kind of delve on the
Yeah.
darker side of things, which like I think your fans really appreciate.
Yeah, I actually, and I wouldn't say, I'll just say this applies. At a show one time, I had this dude crying because I wrote a song about my son, and I performed it. It's not even released yet, but I performed it, and he walked up to me crying about just like how he was, just related because he has a daughter, I believe, and just was just like kind of like, bro, this is super real. Like I really love that you made the song or whatever. Like he was just like kind of like thank you type shit. Oh, that happened too whenever we did the album release session, and I we played Orange Celica. And DJ had said something to me about it. He's like, bro, thank you. Like I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yeah. Like, but I really like that though. Like I like being able to connect with people and being able to just relate and say what's on my mind. I feel like that's the best part of making music to me. Like sometimes I get away from that because the label says I gotta drop a hit, so like that's what you gotta do. But like whenever I'm able to express and just like put my spill my guts on a record, that's like the best part of it. How is that Paul?
Come
Cud?
on.
How is that Paul? I spill my guts is Paul.
Come
That's
on,
Paul?
come on, fellas.
Nah, I feel him though. I feel him though.
This new generation.
Right.
I feel like as art or music.
Yeah.
I got this saying though. It's a 50K or a dinner with Hoosier. You know?
Yeah. But because I think that's like that goes back to like the punk and rap correlation because bro, I feel like at the end of the day, I think Nina Simone said this, bro. It's about like speaking on the times and speaking on what's real, and I feel like why not? Like why not give them what's real? Honestly, it's probably the best place I express. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually don't say a lot about what's going on with me or my life, but like whenever I'm able to make a record and like especially with this nigga making the beats, bro, like I'm gonna be able to say what I gotta say and like say how I feel. I feel like that's the best part of making music is expression. You know what I mean?
You should make a song about how much you hate your brother.
How much
On a beat that he made.
I couldn't do that.
He
though.
loves me. He loves me.
I love this nigga more than life itself.
He
like, for
loves
sure.
me. Yeah, you better chill.
He said, I hate my
But
brother.
I love all y'all more than life itself though. So I would definitely like I would never make a diss record except, unless unless we were beefing for the label.
Okay, you asked about lyrics and everything like that. How do you feel about people using like AI to like write songs and things like that, like Chat GPT to write songs?
Well, I think I guess I can't speak to what role it plays in the development process because we haven't, I guess, seen like young songwriters like develop and grow through this since it's so new, since it like came out like in the beginning of the year. But like seeing like seeing like veteran artists do it or see artists who kind of just have caught success and like try to do it it seems to be more up and coming and to use it as like a crutch and like actually honestly just like straight up use it. Like I've seen like some artists admit to, I just in interviews
just plug it in. I forgot. I wanted to come up with a couple more lines. Yeah,
I think AI pulls from the same like body of information and so eventually it will all like become bland and plateau where you'll kind of be able to tell but as it gets more complex it will still have this more unique fingerprint but I think the artists who do use it will be at a disadvantage even though they think in their head they're at an advantage.
Are you sure?
You're at a disadvantage. You got to work out your creative muscles.
I say disadvantage because there's a creative muscle that will atrophy if you don't use it, and you just use it. If someone's writing your songs and you don't like flex that writing muscle,
Okay, question. So, what do you think about? Because music is different, right? Because whenever you make music, right, you feel the artist through their voice. That's why, like older music, like whenever they're using real instruments, they're using their real voice. Like they're expressing at the highest level possible. Like you hear a motherfucker like I don't know, Marvin Gaye, like you can hear their feeling. Whitney Houston,
Cocaine.
you know, cocaine too, but you can feel their lyrics.
You
Like,
can feel their experience.
what do you think about AI art as a graphic design perspective? You know what I mean, or like stuff like that, because that doesn't have as much attachment for people. Like people love cover arts and shit like that, but you can't necessarily. Like Young Thug's AI cover art, right? Where he's doing like white face. Well, I guess it's not technically white face. He's just white. Like he used AI to make himself white. You know what I'm saying? But like, what do you think about shit like that? Like, are you a fan of that? Do you mind? Where are you at with it?
So I think we're at a place now where you can either tell or somebody did a good job and you can't tell.
Yeah.
So I think morally, I'm not sure where I stand because obviously there are graphic designers who are going to be kind of pushed out of work,
For sure.
especially just for creators, for young artists, especially. You can't tell like a young like 16-year-old rap artist like that, like you can't wave their finger at them for not paying like $200 to an artist who
Right.
may give them something they want
They don't
instead of like being able to prompt, correct, all within about 25 minutes and then get what you want for next to free, because like you're just saying you have to use it, you have to go this way, this route, but it's like that's also they're priced out of that. You can't pay like these graphic designers that unless you kind of learn to do it yourself. And so there's also the argument of like, well, should you just be like a J. Cole and like do everything yourself, like producing, mix, like do it all and learn to do it yourself?
You don't really have. I mean, you do have a choice, but.
Right. But as far as like when it extends to like making your own flyers, do I want to take away the artistic kind of stamina from a young person to have to learn how to graphic design and all that just to have a show for them to promote, because that may take away from the stamina it takes for them, from their performance, from them writing the next day, from them getting burnt out on music altogether because like, oh, I just spent like a whole day in Photoshop learning the stupid program just for the show, just because I want this thing. And so I'd hate for them to be burnt out, and also that seems like something we can move away from. So there's two worlds in it.
I think my thing is learning taste. Like you can use any tool if you have taste. You know what I mean? And it's like the thing I think people that see when they see AI, they don't like it because like a lot of the people have no taste. Like you're letting everyone have access to art, which is perfectly fine. But it's like if you don't have taste, it's still not gonna stand out. Like I've seen AI shit that's cool. I've seen AI shit that's not cool. Like, but the people prompting it have good taste. What they choose to actually, prompt in, or like there's a creativity to that, because I've been looking at prompting and stuff. There's a creativity how you can prompt stuff too. But again, you gotta have taste. Like you gotta know what the hell you're doing. So I think like there's no problem with people using these tools, especially young artists. Like if you're a young artist, man, use BandLab. Like if you don't got $50 to go to the studio, that's great. But that doesn't mean that you're making the best stuff, or you're around people with taste, or like people that's gonna make your shit better. That just means it exists.
Can I state this, because I agree with you, because it's a very thin line, right? But I think what it is like when I think about the art that is being created, right? When you simplify every fucking thing, right, it makes things have less taste in general, less feel, less expression, because at the end of the day, it's the same. Art is about that, exactly. You know what I mean? It's about expression. So if like, you're a young artist and you don't have the money to get a cover art, or you don't have the money to, fucking go to the studio, and you got to use BandLab and shit. Like, there's a certain
never limit your creativity.
Yeah, there's a certain like charm to like when you're making your first cover art and that bitch bull, but like you know what I'm saying, like, but like it's a certain charm to it because you did it. You know what I'm saying? You took the time to do it, and it feels good that you're able to. You feel all right. Fucking, remade this cover art so many times, like, but at this point, I like it. Like, I made something that I like, and that's what matters. Like, if you go through AI every time and you're not even like trying to source your ideas to other creative people, but you're eliminating a lot of the process that it becomes automation. It doesn't become expression. It becomes
That's real.
that.
Very
You know
real.
what I mean? It's kind of defeats the purpose. And I ain't gonna lie.
The machine.
I ain't gonna lie.
For real, though.
If you're doing that, like, kudos to you. Like, do your thing. But at the same time, it's like, bro, what are you even doing this for?
Right.
Like, what is your point in doing this? Are you here to express, or are you here to
make money,
fame
to
or
make
money, or
something
like, you know what I
I
mean?
had to explain that to like one of my homies because he made like an AI system that like does like car diagnostics and stuff like that, right? And like he was like, bro, you should use AI to write your music. And like I went on like a fucking like 2-hour rant. we was
clean off.
I was at like the union and Jeff just fucking going on a rant of like why I don't do that and like what it's all about, like writing music and words and different shit like that. And he's just like,
So what about how you
it's
feel
quicker
about
though, you know?
people using ChatGPT to help write their verses type shit?
I
That's
just
what
said
we were
Yeah,
talking
the same
about.
shit,
What we're
same
talking
shit.
do
Like,
about.
that. I
We
just
weren't
asked
locked
that.
in.
That's what
No,
we
no,
was
no,
talking
no.
about.
I'm saying like what if it's just like on some vocabulary shit, like like some
Like
that's
just, like,
different.
niggas-
That's using it as a tool.
Yeah,
I had the source.
yeah, if you had
nigga.
a thesaurus or a dictionary, like I
That's
agree.
cool.
I agree with you. Like it's the same. Like if you was like, man, like I even say, like, to be honest, like for filler bars or some shit like that, I don't think there's anything wrong with using ChatGPT.
I
I'll
think
say
there
that.
is.
Like
I think there is.
And I don't
I
mean,
mean,
but what if
if you try and finish a lyric,
Yeah,
and
you ain't
like,
gotta copy
man,
and
what
paste that
rhymes with
bitch.
What
orange?
does it matter? Like,
I think it's like, all
if
right,
you ain't got it, just come back to it.
all right, think
next
about
song.
it like this. I think about it as in like, all right, because I don't use AI for my bars, but if I'm like, bro, damn, I need something to rhyme with orange.
Right, literally,
Rhymes on-
like, I might find some words that rhyme with orange rather than like,
You'll never find a word that rhymes with one.
but you get what I'm saying.
That's the point, though. You know,
you
like,
get what I'm saying. Like, give me maybe a different. No, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some ideas more so than it is like,
yeah, like
give me the whole fucking verse and take away my
Yeah.
creativity.
I mean, but
Because
that's
it-
how it starts, though. Once you rely on it, once you're gonna keep
well,
relying on it.
let's make the like distinction between like generative AI that's like making shit for you, and then like AI is like the tool, like as a tool like that does things. Like I'll say, like in my production, I use AI now. Like might be like noise canceling. Like they got AI that'll like cut out the like background noise. They got AI that'll like split songs into like, I could take a sample, take the drums out, take the melody, take the vocal. So like there's a lot of like usage as far as the hell no, what are you doing? Man,
Put your phone away, bro.
right. I'm gonna
Log
kill
off.
you.
No, fuck.
Right, log off, right. Touch some
What y'all
grass.
sneak dissing?
Right.
What y'all sneak dissing? Y'all
Right.
probably got your phone with y'all sneak dissing?
Right.
You sent me a reel, bro.
Come
Oh,
on,
God.
come
I
on.
got a question though.
But-
all right,
Be
Go ahead.
professional.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is there's like a difference between
Also,
Like
can
Lil
I have
Baby.
a shot of whatever that is?
they offered you actually.
they
I
did.
didn't, I didn't hear you. I didn't
Go
hear you. My
ahead,
bad,
babe, bro.
my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Put it in your face.
But
dude.
there's a difference between using certain things as a tool and as a crutch, and having it like create the ideas for you versus like organizing shit you're gonna do anyway. Like, you know what I mean?
I got a good ass question. All right?
Go ahead.
So, would you prefer like AI writing your music, or someone like, I don't want to say ghostwriting, but like creating your reference of what you're about to do, and you do the same exact shit?
Like, you mean like, okay, like they like
For instance-
Playboy Cardi, like he had the allegations that someone did the verse for
More
him and then they like AI'd his voice
More
in.
specifically, I don't know why the first thing that came to my mind was R. Kelly, but
Oh my.
we don't have to.
That was this is gonna be a great question.
But
R.
it's,
Kelly.
but like R. Kelly wrote a lot of songs for people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And like did it how they did it. You know what I'm saying? So like, would you prefer someone creating the whole skeleton, meat and bones?
But that's a reference. That's a whole business.
But you mean with like AI though? Like
no,
to
but
where it
like,
sounds like exact?
so like, for instance, it's the same thing, right? If someone writes, it's actually less work on. From a standpoint of like taking away from expression if you use AI. And I'm not pro AI, don't get
Yeah.
that twisted. But Like, for instance, if I write a song for Ariana Grande and I do all the vocal inflections that I want her to do, we're gonna do a high here, this sort of whatever, right? And I'm pretty much scaling out the whole song, right?
Yeah.
And she does it exactly like that, but it's her voice instead, right?
So like reference tracks.
Like I said,
But
reference versus
important
you know.
distinction here. That's the music business,
Yeah.
not creative. Like, you know, the music business, bro.
I mean,
well, no, that's
a song that's created.
I'm gonna tell you this now.
It's a sweatshop.
But
that
they're
they
making
make
this now.
in.
But they're
You-
making AI to like write songs too.
Don't-
Like
That's true.
Timbaland
No,
does
I
Theo and all
agree.
that
I
shit
don't
like that.
agree.
Don't
necessarily.
confuse the music business with the creative expression, because at the end of the day, right? Let's say you can make a dope ass song, but you're just not Ariana Grande. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're
Let me
not gonna
put
be
it back
able
into
to.
rap because Ariana Grande and pop artists
mean,
are
You're
bad.
not Drake, right?
It'd be the
If we
same
got
thing with
pop,
Drake.
if Drake
though.
took one of our songs, I'd let him for sure.
But
For
after
sure.
a
But that's
while,
true.
after
You know
a
what I'm
while,
saying?
after
Certain
you
shit that
get
we
like
do,
get
Drake
on
can't
though.
do that.
You said what?
That's true, but I mean that's true. But like
What do you say?
certain shit we do that Drake can't do, and I would say that that's true too. But like for me, that's the business. Like certain shit ain't gonna go with like maybe you don't have the artist's background to push a certain song, right? Maybe you write a great breakup song, the R&B breakup song, but like nobody
Get that
wants to hear that
money
from
on.
Hoosier. But you can get it to SZA, like, and she'll take
That's
it
true.
and she'll,
That-
you know what I'm saying?
that
She'll
is
smoke
business.
it like.
That is business, and I agree with
But is
that.
that not essentially the same thing that
No,
ChatGPT?
AI is like skipping the process. Like, you know,
'Cause that's
the,
the process.
the
But SZA would
creativity
be-
came in at some
SZA
point.
would be skipping the process.
Not
Maybe
for real though.
not really,
She
because
would
she
be
got to
singing.
sing it how she
The
sings.
nigga
it.
that gets the lyrics from AI got to sing it too.
So now in the process where someone AIs a song and gives it to SZA and SZA sings it, that's
That's
cheating. Yeah,
I-
but like
I
you
agree
still
with
were
you.
creative.
I
The
do
producer
agree.
was still creative when they made the beat and they made the melody. Like, you know, that whole thing's there. The whole
So y'all saying AI make beats and shit too?
I mean,
It does it all.
you could, but you just
Timbaland
gonna
got
have
that
to-
shit. What's that shit called? Suno.
So
T.I. or Timbaland, not
Timbaland, that's what I'm
Timbaland's ruining his legacy
lame
with the
ass-
AI shit.
But so you believe that even if someone creates the whole skeleton and the flesh, maybe not the skin, right?
Yeah.
But the whole flesh, everything is better. And I agree.
70% of the songs you've heard in your life,
I agree
are
with
like
you.
that. Like
I'm just
literally.
making
I mean,
sure
you gotta look at it like
that
this.
there's
Like
a
it's like
distinction.
a whole team. So it's like you're gonna have someone that makes the beat. You're gonna have someone that writes a song. You're gonna have someone that sings it. Someone that mixes
that's
it.
just-
Someone that masters it.
But I'm talking
And
about
someone that
the,
marks it, like
the
markets
artist who is singing it themselves. Because again, it's the same thing. If I went and got AI lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Someone still has to make that beat unless I AI the fucking
But
beat.
AI isn't a person. If a person writes your song, that person wrote
And
your song.
also,
like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
still my job to deliver the song. Anyway.
right? Yeah, you got to kill it out. Like, all right. This is a prime example. It's
Same,
like
same difference though.
Quentin Miller, right? Quentin Miller got a great pen, and I've listened to
He's
Quentin.
not Drake though.
He's not Drake, bro. His delivery's
No, I
not
get
like
that,
Drake's.
yeah.
His energy is not like Drake's.
His voice just
So-
sound like just a hungry, like not hungry, but like he sound like he just ate a meal. Like every time I hear him on the track.
So Quentin don't have like Drake has intangibles that Quentin doesn't have. Like even if he took
What
the
do you
exact
think,
reference.
Chris? I want to know what you think.
Is it me?
Same difference?
We just took
You-
over his
you agree with
podcast
him?
for 30 minutes straight.
It seems like hearing all that back, it really seems like it comes down to the percentage of source, which is what Rick Rubin calls like what you pull from yourself,
Right.
and the AI pool of data and information, which is that it sources its information from us.
Yeah.
You know, so there's something to be said about that, but it's
Yeah.
this weird amalgamation that has no like context or like fully formed shape.
No
you know?
experience.
Yeah, and
human.
so it seems like it comes down to the percentage of what's in there and what's like doing heavy lifting and what's like doing busy work
Right.
as far. And so going back to what Cam said,
Okay.
using it as a crutch is where you start, like when is to start running into problems. Like going all the way back to the graphic design.
Right.
If you just use the AI to make things look a bit better, but you have designed the thing yourself, it's the and going even further back to the prompt. Are you just asking it, make me a flyer for this? And it's just like if you
You're
give it
taking the first
the
thing,
least
yeah.
amount of information possible,
Yeah.
then it will look like AI. But if you give it like everything, just kind of pour your
Details
heart
and-
into it and give it reference photos
Right.
that you've taken and like all these bits of information to use and it will be more of a reflection of yourself and won't
what
look
if you
like
do the same
AI.
thing
I
with
still
the
feel like that's
lyrics?
not the same as still as effective though. Honestly,
It's like you put less. You put basically the more of yourself you put into the prompt, the less AI it will
Robot.
come
it's like
across, and it will be more
say
genuine.
with the graphic
That's
designer
real.
though, right? Like, say you do put every detail and every feeling into it. I feel like still it wouldn't really execute the right way unless you make it your own and give it your own flavor and try to get AI to clean it up. Once again, like I said, just use it as a tool to give you just
like
you
you
feel
create a reference, like
Yeah,
you
you know
make
what I'm
something
saying?
and you give
So-
it to it.
like I don't think you should use it as a crutch, but it's like it's helpful. It's here for a reason, to be honest. So it's like, bro, if it can help you, and it's like they might give you an idea to where it's like, that's in my opinion, bro, it's the same as me working with him, because they give me ideas, and I might take their idea and just make it my
Because
own.
the whole thing
Literally.
is, it's not a perspective that's yours anyway,
Right.
right? Because that's kind of what the idea that I'm getting at with the like fucking song structure of
Right.
a reference track or whatever, right? It's not a perspective. Someone still same thing you can do with AI. Kanye might tell motherfucking Pusha T, look,
It's the same shit.
this is how I feel about this, and that.
Right.
This is how I feel about this, and that. And then Pusha T can be like, all right, bet. Like, and write
Yeah.
something. Granted, I think AI sucks.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately,
It
AI
just doesn't,
sucks
like
at
you
writing
said, no
lyrics.
context,
It's not
like
as-
no.
yeah.
But you can
no
technically do
substance.
the same thing. It's just like you're communicating with a real person and someone who's
Robot.
taking information from real people.
Well, it's more than information; it's experiences. So
That-
right there's
The expression.
there's
experience,
like-
yeah, I agree.
there's kind of like a double side part to this. Like, okay, like Confessions, Usher song, right?
Yeah.
That's allegedly like Jermaine Dupri's story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some shit he was going through, but it's like that's Usher's biggest song. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like human experience makes
the music.
stuff because that's some real shit. Like
Yeah.
the song's about some real shit. Like
Yeah.
even though it's might not be Usher's situation, he sang
Somebody-
it like it was his, and you know what I'm saying. It fits with yours, like.
Ooh,
But then, like
yeah.
on the flip side, like they got this. There's like a AI R&B singer that's been like popping, and
So you got signed for like 30 mil?
yeah, I checked this
How
shit
the
out.
fuck you sign
How
an
you sign
AI?
an
or-
AI?
You probably signed the people that made it type
Made
shit.
the AI.
Yeah. But I checked it out, and it's like talking about all this shit. The AI is like, and I'm like, I couldn't vibe with it because I'm like, this is a robot. Like it didn't experience
Yeah.
these things. Like it just picking words and like using them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Opposed to like feeling something and putting that into words.
I have so many questions, but I want you can go ahead. Okay, my question is,
going
look,
up on a rant.
so look, that switches the conversation a little bit. What do you think about artists who write about stories or rap stories that aren't theirs?
Some
That's
niggas
great.
that be
Some
lying.
Some of the greatest rap songs are
I
other
agree.
people's
I
stories.
agree.
Yeah,
But
for
But I
sure.
feel like that's
Yeah.
a thing of like being like an author though, like being like someone that can just
Creating
write a book,
stories,
like
yeah.
fiction,
And essentially,
nonfiction,
that's
whatever
down
you're
there
trying
with
to write.
every rapper.
Do you
does.
think we need less or more of that? Because
It would be better if you would just be more creative, then you wouldn't go to jail and you wouldn't have to, you know what I mean?
but that's the thing, motherfuckers that don't. And I'm not here to like be the judge.
I just feel like right now
of
we're in
all
like a
rappers
real
that-
time. Like you have to go through it and write that. Like I feel like that's happening too much.
But that's
right
what
now.
niggas do. That's what I'm saying.
But it used to not always be that.
But listen, a motherfucker be like, I just killed little Johnny on the street yesterday, right in front of, you know what I'm saying? And then they go to jail and like, you know, but there's also those artists who lie say- about this just say shit they and did then it. end up dying, right? So like there's a double-edged sword to where it's like, where does it, for instance, we have shit that we coming out with that is a little bit more story driven than it is reality driven, right?
You're lying.
Yeah.
We're we're telling a story.
That's good though.
Yeah, we're
Right,
telling
that's
a
good,
story.
though.
It's
Art
like
is
a-
over exaggerated.
Being an
for sure.
artist.
Well, over exaggerating is
I
different.
kind of
than-
have a thing too
Right.
about like hip hop. It's tough because it's like they want you to be authentic. They want you to be real, right? Like nobody asked if Bob Marley really shot a sheriff. Like,
Right.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
pretty sure
Like,
he actually did that.
but like
Yeah.
nobody, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the crux
That was
of
right.
like, you know, why
It
people
sound
like the
good,
song,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like if hip hop, if you made a song like that, you better have really shot the sheriff. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Otherwise, he's capping, he's bullshitting.
Right.
Like, but then there's like some people build their persona like Rick Ross, right? Rick Ross built his persona in a
He's
way.
not the only one.
He's lying. He lie about everything
You
for
know
real.
what
Like
I heard
I mean, how can
from
you
a Florida nigga?
how can you kind of hate on that because he named himself Rick Ross? His name was fake, so it's like anything he says
it's a
can
character. It's a
Can
character.
be Rick Ross
Yeah, it's
because
a
Rick Ross
character.
did actually do the shit, so
But-
he's rapping Rick Ross perspective.
But then it's like that's like how you build your rap career. Are you building it as like a real street motherfucker, like
that's
I
why
was
we-
really out here, or like Eazy-E, real street motherfucker, really
Yeah.
couldn't actually rap though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he couldn't rap for real. Like
He
they,
was
He had niggas
producer in
writing
a
for him
sense.
though.
Ice Cube.
they wrote for him because he
And
was a
Ice
real
Cube
street
was-
nigga.
how-
Like,
how-
Ice Cube
authentic
wasn't a
was
real
Eazy-E?
street nigga.
Easy,
He was
the
a real
producer
street
in a
nigga.
sense,
How
though.
authentic
Well,
was it? He didn't write his raps.
But he was the producer.
he was
of
actually
NWA,
out
though.
here
Of
though.
course,
He was
but
actually hard, but can he feel the raps that Ice Cube wrote for him?
Those are just words. It's like, you know what I'm saying? At
That's
the end of the
that's
day, the experience, like, it's like, if it's like, okay, some people write their biographies by just talking to people to people who write stuff. That doesn't make it, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it any authentic, like any less authentic. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just that person's better
Same
at
with biopics.
using words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
opposed to like, that'll make
that
your
makes-
story less good. You know what I'm saying?
They're
But you
used
might
as
not
a
be able.
tool though.
Yeah,
That's true.
but and my thing too is like with this AI shit to kind of wrap it around is like we should
Wrap around the rap.
we should be using each other, right? Like this is my big proponent about going to the studio. Yeah, you can do band lab. Yeah, you can buy your own shit. But in the studio, you're gonna run into other rappers. You're gonna run into the camera guy. You're gonna run into photographer. You're gonna meet other producers, engineers, people who got experience, people that can put you in places. And that's the other thing about this AI shit. AI ain't gonna put you in give you no job, bro.
No.
Like so, like you can't
in the music
shortchange
business.
in like not
Niggas be AI in the fuck.
but
out
I'm
the
saying that
YouTube
AI
video.
is not going to offer you any opportunity, right? Like, so it's like you can't, no matter how much of this shit comes out, you can't skip the process of like actually fucking with people and like using your social skills, whether it be social media or in real life or whatever.
I got a question for y'all though.
What's up?
So like, if you
I
talking
gotta
about
use your restroom,
authenticity, y'all think TikTok took away authenticity
It's been done.
in this?
Not
No.
really. I mean, it's you still gotta be authentic and like promoting and making those videos and shit like that. Like you can steal other people's techniques and how they make their videos, but like you still gotta go market yourself. It's just figuring out a way to do that.
Yeah.
It's a platform essentially.
I will say though, like following trends,
That's what I was.
Yeah.
basically
that's
thinking.
not like something I'm a big fan of. Because I think it kind of waters down, like from a human standpoint, like the way we say like AI also waters down shit. It's like things being trendy, like the trends, like it's like I don't know. It's like the only way for us to really get some motion is do something somebody else is doing. It's like that's why everyone's doing the same shit. That's why everything feels the same. That's why there's 100,000 reels that say, "Oh, this is the new song of the summer." Like oh, if you're you know looking for this, then da 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 da. But it's like that's like not really pushing people to be the next trend, like, or be the next cool shit, like, that's popping. Everyone's trying to fit in with the last thing. And to me, it's like a constant race to be, like, figuring out what's cool instead of making what's cool. Like,
I mean, trends
Making
has always
you
been a thing, though. Like, I mean, when you look at, like, the biggest things, they take bits and pieces. They just make it them, like, their own, though. But you still got to take a
Yeah,
little...
but that's all
Everybody bites from,
influence,
you know,
though. Yeah,
something.
I'd say
You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
yeah, no,
influence,
for
though.
sure. But it's more of, like, even, like, in an algorithm. Like, if I want to... my reel to do well, I got to use the same song other people are using that did well. Like,
but that's a whole nother world, though. Like,
that's
people that
kind of
got,
what I
like,
mean. Like,
people that have the best reel in the world don't have the best song or the best movie or
yeah,
the best anything. They have the best reel. And that's its own thing in being that. You know what I mean? TikTok music. There's people on
And
TikTok
it's like, so
got
what
the
about
best song in the world, never gonna see the top 100
Right,
Billboard,
yeah.
you know?
that's real.
TikTok has definitely rewarded and made the wave so much higher that people can ride off of
Yeah.
when a certain trend arises.
like,
Never before has the opportunity came where like a any kind of trend, whether of course it being like a dance or a song or a clip, where people can not only like ride that wave and get a lot of engagement, but like make real money off of
yeah.
it.
And I
So
think
that's why it's definitely encouraged because it's monetized. So TikTok has definitely changed the game in that way, where people are like, not only am I like getting a lot of engagement from like ripping other people's content or just riding a wave or a trend, I'm getting paid off of it.
Yeah,
And so they're
right.
like, why would I make something original? But I think that that kind of ties in with the AI people who are using AI to create music like without any of their own input, and like people are going to turn to AI as the crutch, are the same people who are going to be riding the wave in TikTok, where they have all been caught in the same net of people who are kind of allowing this process to be done for them, and now is uniquely allowing more space for people who get this all this stuff from inward and from experience that they have lived and do it from scratch, or just use AI simply as a tool to help like
Can I ask you a question?
split stuffing. So I think that's the main difference.
Do you believe that being a viral musician still exists? Like, do you
Yeah.
think it's worth it? Like, who's the last viral musician of 2025 that you know?
Oh, man, there's one that seems like weekly, but
Yeah. And I think it's just because the industry is just so content based now, though.
So
Like,
yeah.
honestly,
do you think they're like actually like I haven't heard anybody this year that I'm like, damn, they about to blow up. Like it's them. The last one I know that was like actually viral, and it was either gonna be Coil Ray or Yeet.
Yeah, they say Yeet,
And
Yeet
that-
was viral. Like,
but how
like,
many years
Ian,
ago was that?
Ian might be viral.
He's a nepo baby.
Ian, I give you Ian too.
What was that? 2023, 2022.
There's at least one every year that kind of.
I haven't heard one this year or last year.
All the
Maybe
labels are
Chief
fucked
do it.
up right now, though.
Your
guess.
your yearly like XXO freshman list
Yeah.
is like basically people who got viral at
Who's
some
checking
point.
for that?
That's why I
shit,
said
though?
Baby Chief do it.
Baby
Ian,
Chief, yeah, Baby
Yeah.
Chief.
Maybe
from-
Nino
Most of
Pay.
them have done something
Georgiano.
viral to get
Yeah,
there.
facts.
So, do you think it's okay? Maybe a better question would be, do you think it's I don't want to say feasible. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, but just like reasonable to shoot to go viral, to be an artist, right? Like to blow up, because I think that it's more so the machine that be pushing people that go viral. Like there's money behind everyone that goes viral. Do you think it should be the thing that local artists are trying to do to gain some type of headway into their career?
I don't think it should be priority number one. I think priority number one should be to make music that's a true, honest, and genuine reflection of yourself and your experience. And touching on that writing thing again, if you're telling a story, you're creating a character, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think what happens, especially in the hip hop community, is the trouble comes when people blur that line and say that they are something they're not, and then and that's just, but that doesn't seem to happen as much in like other genres. But that's what makes hip hop really unique, is where you can kind of have even maybe multiple personas going on at the
Would
same
you call
time.
those people posers, or is it artistic expression?
It's artistic.
It depends, like, because
What's
you go
the line?
the
6ix9ine
line
a
is
poser. I think 6ix9ine's the line.
But here's the thing:
6ix9ine.
he was proving that most of these niggas are posers,
Posers, exactly.
right?
Which what got exposed this year.
That's real.
He got it.
I mean, that's real. That's
but,
actually.
But
fair.
again, is it like
All right, whack 100.
for instance, Nas, right? Nas is somebody who, at least in rap industry, at least in rap lore, he's somebody who raps someone else's stories,
right?
right?
That's who.
But not
Nas.
yeah,
Nas. Yeah.
But he's, to me, one of the greatest rappers to ever live.
He's the greatest storytelling rapper.
I would say at
Point
least
blank.
he's probably
Would y'all say-
second or first on my list.
Would y'all label Tupac as a poser?
Tupac was an
Tupac
actor.
was a poser. Honestly,
He was.
like,
Bro,
here's the thing.
Was he rapping other people's stories?
I mean, he was an actor, though.
Yeah, if Nas can do it, then Tupac can do it, right?
But here's the
They
thing.
all can.
Here's the thing, though, and I think that about Tupac to a certain extent, but also he's a dude, and this isn't like necessarily like a great thing, but because the situation in general. But he is a dude that protected himself and killed the police officer, which is better than I can
shot
say.
He shot a
He
police
shot him.
Shot a police
He
officer.
was off duty, though. He was in
And the
regular
nigga
clothes.
didn't know he was a police officer.
Yeah, he was in regular clothes.
It ain't like he knew he was a
But-
police officer.
Okay, even in general, he would still be protecting
He
himself
he
and
real
doing what
life
he's
shot a
supposed to
nigga.
do.
I mean,
He's
Thug
still-
Life for sure. He was a thug.
Yeah, but it's
Either
like-
way.
Was he though?
No.
I mean,
He didn't get-
if you
if you
gotta say
get
how
shot,
many
if you get shot like 3 times back to back, you just
I
shot
feel like
people.
he built the
That's a life
character
of a
and then
thug.
it
He lived by it,
manifested.
though.
It manifested itself.
Yeah,
But you
like-
can say the same
But
thing
I think it's
almost
all
about
rappers though.
6ix9ine.
I feel like rappers once they
That
get
nigga
into
really went to O Block and was breakdancing. It don't matter what
Nas
time it
really.
was.
the rapper Nas?
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine. Nah, it was, bro. That was.
But he was with Real Bloods
He
though.
got
too.
in and out.
He brought down the
But
whole
he paid. No, he
organization.
paid Real Bloods. He didn't. He wasn't. Real
No,
Bloods.
he wasn't a
They
real
were
gang member.
taking advantage.
Yeah,
of
they-
it.
That's the
he-
whole point, though.
he-
That's what I'm getting at. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about like the idea of
But you
being
can't compare a Tupac to
authentic. You know,
6ix9ine though.
People love Tupac. They'll kill you about Tupac.
I mean,
You
you
gotta
know,
watch out.
obviously,
And it was a certain message that he pushed. It wasn't just the thug life. Wasn't really even thug
he had
life
that shit
against.
tatted across
But
this
did you know?
motherfucker's body.
But
my
do you know?
nigga. Yes, it
But
was.
listen though. But do you know the acronym of it though?
Talk to him.
Truly humble unto God.
No.
That's what it was.
No,
Okay?
thug life is
All right,
the
young
acronym for
G.
thug life is the hate you give little infants fucks everybody.
Nigga, that's too many words to be the regular thug
everybody.
life. Look,
The hate you give little infants fucks everybody. So he's basically talking about how the system brought you into this motherfucking world, and the
Okay.
hate that they give you
Talk to him
literally
about that.
fucks yourself to where you gotta turn to this lifestyle, or turn to these type of things, or turn to drugs and shit.
Let
Like it
these
wasn't
niggas
just
know.
like, and he literally was basically expressing that the nigga fell victim to that shit himself. Literally,
did he though?
he did. He
He
even
died from
he
it.
did.
I mean, yeah.
What
My
you mean?
nigga, even if he was rich, gang, he became rich and literally got consumed over it. Even because he got shot 3
I
times
mean,
and shot a
yeah. I mean, in real
he
life,
was around bloods. You
yeah,
get consumed by
yeah. I
that
just
shit,
say at
gang.
the end, he like Tupac that was killed was around a bunch of gang banging ass
So
niggas.
then-
Like,
so say it again. The
real
hate you
life.
give.
the hate
fucks
you
every-
give, the hate you give little infants fucks everybody.
I mean, that may be true,
He said
but
little infants. What'd he say?
Little infants, like infants, basically.
the kids.
Kids, yeah.
it's basically saying like,
But that
Little
nigga got consumed by the rap
influence.
industry, not whatever that fuck that is. He got
But-
consumed by wanting to be that and portraying that. That's his fault.
I want to say he wanted to be that.
I mean, he
Nigga, that
did
is
portray
his
that.
fault.
He
You
did
do not
portray
have-
that.
You do not have to portray that.
And the thing is,
He was
too-
rapping that shit in his song like he was
Thing
doing
is,
all
too,
the
But
worst shit.
listen though, he really wasn't rapping like that until he got with around the bloods and shit.
as I say, like,
If you listen to
But
the
he's
nigga,
a grown ass man.
He talking about, he talking
That
about
nigga was in his
Machiavelli and shit
I mean,
like that.
we
Like
wanted
that,
his
that
shit
part of his
talking
life.
about-
like, yeah,
bro,
bro, you feel me?
Little infants, he's a grown ass
the
man.
thing about
bro.
this too,
Come
like,
on,
like
I'm
bro,
dead.
bro, the son
and I
of
don't hate Tupac. I just want that to be known, bro. I'm just talking.
Bro,
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 they
the-
come and get you.
but bro, the son of a Black Panther, like he really is like on some other shit
That's
though. Like
different.
just in
Nah,
general,
That's
like,
different than being. Maybe, and honestly, maybe not back then.
And then like the gang banging shit.
Gang banging was kind of more connected to Black Panther,
Yeah, yeah.
Rebel.
Not the
Mind you,
Bloods, though,
mind
not
you,
the
he
Bloods.
East Coast nigga go in the West Coast, and that's a different gang culture.
And
Like,
honestly,
Yeah.
what would
You
you say?
know-
What would you say
He was from Baltimore.
with
too.
you type
Right.
shit? You feel me? The unreleased album that you working on right now is that making you a poser? Is that making you, or is that just are you just speaking on
Man, what are
experience?
you
That's
talking
what.
about
Well,
in
that's
this
why.
podcast?
That's part of the reason why I asked that
Honestly.
question. Because for me, I'm not. I mean, granted, I have whatever experience I have, but I'm not everything that I'm talking about in this music. But that's on purpose.
it's entertainment.
It's not. I'm not gonna go out and act like that.
Nah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go out and be a gangster, bro. I got kids and shit, my nigga. I'm a regular adult. So it's like, bro, when niggas go out there and act that way, if I were just to start, banging on shit, talking on songs like I'm gonna kill this nigga, I'm gonna get you, fuck you, and then yeah, like I would be a poser if I didn't live like that out loud.
But
If I,
when did he really rap like that? Except the diss song he made. Though? Like, if you really listen to the nigga, when
I
did
mean,
he really?
it's a different time, right? Niggas wasn't necessarily dissing, but he was talking like he was a thug. Like, I'd rather be outside with my thug. I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying? This was his thing, talking like he was on that. So it's like, obviously he had different music.
Is he
I'm not
the
saying-
first like crash out rapper? Like the
Fuck
first
no.
rapper to get
Nah.
like to talk a
Yeah.
bunch of shit and get clapped?
Nah.
I mean, because you think about Biggie, right? Biggie really sold crack. Like, Biggie really did that shit. Tupac was not his mama might have been on crack, but he wasn't selling
I
crack.
think went to Juilliard. I think.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He was doing
Yeah.
a bunch of artistic shit.
He was not, that's not his lifestyle.
Yeah.
So for him to do that, it's like, I get the
It
whole,
was
like,
the Juice movie that ruined him, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I get the whole idea of it, like what he's trying to say and like his expression, but nah, my nigga, he was a poser too, but he just rapped good. Like, let's be honest, and he stood for something.
But it seemed like he pushed peace more
My
than
fault.
anything, though.
Mm.
It go to-
No, I don't.
It don't. It
Do
do
it?
go to-
No.
Rotation, fuck.
No, it's a,
But yeah, I would say like in rap, it's kind of really with all music, but particularly in rap, because pop, no one gives a fuck if you're authentic.
no,
like
old
they don't
country.
give a damn.
Old
Like
country. Just put on
you
the
know,
accent.
yeah, like at all. But that's kind of what makes rap cool. Like Chris was saying, is like it's always been about characters. Like whether like it's
Wrestling.
like it's some mix of who you really are, like an exaggeration of
Right.
who you are, maybe like the worst version of yourself or the best version of yourself.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So that's where like rap is extremely dynamic compared to other genres. Is like you can be anything within a
So
pocket, like an
that-
album
that
or
authentic bar moves into a different area once you're an artist because you connecting with like personalities and shit more so
Right.
than you are connecting with what you're actually doing.
yeah, it doesn't.
which does make it beautiful.
Which I've
Yeah.
had this conversation with you when we're making certain songs. It's like you don't have to rap like you're you all the time.
Yeah.
Like you can be somebody else, pull from different perspectives.
Future, for example,
Yeah.
like everybody shames the poser rappers, like when it's only strictly street shit. Though. But they said Future didn't even do drugs how he rapped how he did drugs though for real. So it's like, why is that not shamed?
I
As
feel
well?
like
Shame.
I feel like in
You see
rap
how
though they be doing that though too, because it's like
fake sad niggas.
because it's
Fake
like I
depression
mean you don't
niggas.
gotta be fake sad. I mean it's like I don't understand why it has to be so much emphasis on being real. Like if I did
Right.
if I did Molly one time, I can rap about me doing
Molly
Molly the
forever.
rest of my life.
Facts.
I did. 'Cause I did Molly.
I'm a believer in that.
Because it's like if I sip lean, I can rap about me sipping. I don't have to be addicted to lean for you to believe that I sip lean.
Smart,
Like,
bro. That's
you know
what
what I
we're
mean?
supposed to do.
So if
That's
I
what we
don't
gotta
kill
drive.
niggas, should I rap about killing niggas?
Nah, really.
I don't think
So
people should
why
do that.
should you be able to rap about doing drugs, which kills just more people? Actually,
But that's not the point. If you actually, you could do a drug and rap about that for the rest of your life. You don't have to be strung out.
What if I shot at niggas?
But what if he's rapping like he's strung out? What if he's acting like
What
he's
makes
strung
you
out?
think he's strung out? He go to everywhere.
Oh, I
He be
can't put that. What that nigga say all type of shit.
Like he's fiending.
Oh, God.
because it's like he rap kind of like a nice message,
Yeah.
but then he'll go do stupid shit
Right.
outside.
Go
Like,
I
punch
think
on
that's
people
what-
and shit.
I
But
think
and
that's
these
what it
niggas
is.
is millionaires. Why y'all expect these niggas to tell the truth anyway?
for sure.
I don't.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
I know that.
You feel me? Like,
I mean, you know, I might get banned for saying this,
Oh, my bad.
but
My bad.
isn't bruh CI like, you know, we talking
Who?
about Jay, ain't he a CI anyway? Like
Who's Jay?
hey,
FBI, Jay-Z,
I
and he
don't know about that.
A CI? What do you mean?
he's an FBI informant. He's
That's who? Nicki
No,
Minaj? You've been
I've
listening to
heard
Nicki
that, and
Minaj?
it's-
The chick that runs his label used to work was an FBI informant.
I'm not speaking on this
The
shit.
chick that runs.
we
Rock
can't,
Nation.
we scared of Jay-Z, huh? Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
Nation,
yeah.
I ain't got no problem with you.
So I'm taking
It's
that.
your
I'm taking that dinner with you every time,
Bro.
Jay. Every time I'm taking that dinner.
Nah, I ain't taking that dinner, but
I'm taking that dinner.
No, I'm not, nigga. Just
Over
for you.
500,000.
Just for him
Can
to
I
say
flick it up?
what? That's
Nigga,
it.
I need
That ain't
500.
make-
They gonna
make
charge you
500,000.
500,000.
If I
That
can
nigga
flick
said-
it
that
up,
nigga
I'll
said-
make my 500,000. If I
He
can
said
get the
at dinner
picture
with Jay-Z.
It take longer though, for sure. You get that
I need
500,000.
this
off
picture with Jay-Z,
Just
like
keep
you know.
working, Camp.
You know how many people got that picture with Jay-Z
God,
and they
literally.
wearing his merch while doing it and
You
they
know
ain't
how
got
many niggas took the dinner
500,000?
and they did
for
nothing?
real.
Just keep working.
No, for real.
What you do? Y'all go to Old Spaghetti Factory or some shit.
No, for
Olive
real.
Garden.
He gonna make you pay for your
Yeah,
meal.
bro. Yeah, split that for
And
me.
he
yeah.
is because you came to.
You right, you invited
Right.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
You had 3 Pepsis, bro. I didn't have that many, bro. It's on you, bro.
Taking that
Split that up. We
500K,
gotta
bro.
split
I'm
that,
not gonna
bro.
lie.
Yeah, for sure.
You wanted the appetizer.
Jay said take the 500K.
I'm taking that 500K.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'll
Jay
take
would want me to take the 500K.
Right, right.
Yeah,
For
he,
sure.
yeah, you stupid if you don't. I don't know how we started talking about that.
I think you'd ask me if it's necessary for artists to take the viral trend.
Oh
path.
shit!
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know how
facts.
we got
Oh
around
yeah, so I had a point about that though. For sure. So it's like, do you feel like, bruh, in order to be a successful artist, do you not need at least one viral moment though?
Oh, I think it is almost
Yeah,
necessary now.
yeah,
It's a part of the game now.
But you didn't think it was a part of the game 10 years ago?
Yeah, then too though. But it
I
was
think
like
you always had to have at least one viral moment to make you substantial at least
Bro,
for at least a year.
Like
Since the
seriously,
internet,
yeah, like
Yeah.
everybody that's famous broke out a little
A viral
moment.
moment.
Like they got a little moment. Yeah, for
y'all
sure.
remember when it was like a whole time of like people dropping like sex tapes, like that whole like
Oh,
2000s.
Yeah,
Like everybody had like a sex tape.
that was the
fact.
clout
Fact.
move at
That
the time.
was a
Yeah,
clout
yeah, I
move.
see
That was
what
the
you're
old
saying.
early
Pamela
internet, yeah.
Anderson,
That was
you
the
got
way to
Kim
go
K.
viral.
Nah,
like,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
yeah,
There's
freak out.
multiple people out there with that shit.
Fake beefs. You feel me? That shit.
Fake beefs.
Fake
You know what I'm
beefs.
saying?
I guess would you even say like before that, like being in a magazine or TMZ was like the way to like
people
get your
call
name
paparazzi
known?
on
You know what I'm
themselves.
saying?
Yeah, niggas
Damn.
clip forming,
What
bro.
you call paparazzi? What the nigga Jay-Z say?
I mean, why not? Why
He's
not?
talking
though?
his shit though.
Clip forming, bro. You got to clip forming in some type of way. In my
You had the
opinion.
oil form.
But like
That's
sometimes
all
you
everything
got,
is
you gotta go
for-
outside though. Like imagine if you like popping and you go to popping places outside, bro. They gonna see you regardless because they know
Yeah.
people are gonna be there. So it's
That's a
like
fact.
eventually you're gonna have to just be outside.
How do you, like, I wish you were asking this
This is
question.
Hoosiers podcast.
I swear, I be
Nah, he ain't asked
He
the
said, "I'm
question.
at the head of the table
No,
too." Fuck.
I be talking too much, but
You think you fancy because you got
This guy's smart though. Like he's a real smart guy. He thinks a lot. Like
He
Shit
decent.
fake,
genuinely.
I'm
He's got a lot of
good.
good conversation
He
for
does.
sure.
Yeah. This nigga make
yeah, we
you
done
tell.
had our conversation.
He a yapper, right?
He is a yapper.
Hoosier,
I'm
Hoosier,
telling
man.
you,
Yeah,
for sure.
And
you
I
already
got
had your moment,
a
bro.
little sip in me, a little drink.
Hoosier-
But he's intelligent. This is an intelligent dude for sure.
Hoosier make you tell you what you did with Emily in second grade. For sure.
Hell no. It's crazy. That sounds insane.
What is that? Cut that out.
No, I ain't.
Cut that out.
I'm not asking about none
You
of
said
that
you
shit.
did what in second grade?
I don't give a fuck what you did with Emily in second grade.
He said, make you remember.
Yo.
Hoosier just want to tell you
crazy.
everything. Just want to say
I
everything.
understand what he mean though.
Yeah,
He
me
gonna
too.
ask you about some traumatic shit.
Nah,
He gonna be
facts.
like,
Oh my
so who the hell did that to you, bro? Like,
I forget
and how does that make you
What
feel?
were
Why
we
did
just
he do
talking about?
that?
Because I was about to ask a question, but I totally
That
fucking
is
forgot.
crazy,
I'm gonna
though.
keep it 100.
Yeah,
Your eyes is red, bloodshot red.
I'm over here
dog.
loaded.
As you were saying, Chris, right?
But yeah, I think it is necessary to play that part of the game now.
Mhm.
But I'd say as advice to people who are like that's daunting to them because they're really just like a introverted artist is get your friends involved with you. I think it's like in order to like be really successful, it's hard to do it as an island as just one person. You should like get a team together of of people, and if you don't have like any close friends you think could like fill that role, just start going to shows. And you'll find those people who are like-minded who are trying to achieve the same thing you are.
I have a question for the table. Right? You mentioned introverted artists, right?
Yeah.
And I have this theory that the difference between a superstar and anything below that is like your social skills.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you can have talent, like, but you might be the background singer, like, backup singer. You'd be great, but like, you're just not Mike. You're not Michael Jackson. You're not Prince. You got to be able to present yourself so big. And I think it's like being an introvert hurts you as far as like the music business goes. Like, I don't know what y'all think about that, but
Get the
definitely believe
big
that.
insoles for your shoes so you can.
you're not willing to wear the
I feel like-
assless chaps,
Nah,
like,
yeah.
or like the gold jacket, like.
I feel like in order to
That
get superstar,
sparkly
you got
shoulders
you got to
puffed
damn
up.
the aura for him 24 hours a day. For
Yeah,
real.
if you're really that guy.
Did. You seen what he did? You gotta light the blunt with the candle
Yeah,
sometimes.
you got
Yeah,
to
nah,
aura for him
facts.
at least
For real.
at 24 hours a day. Honestly, shit, and you got to
While you
believe
sleep.
it too. For real.
Niggas dripping
So,
with oil.
Okay, how much does aura play in success in general? Like,
All of
Man,
it.
all
That's
of it.
everything.
All
who
of
you
it.
want,
So,
look.
I don't know a single person that don't got at least like as famous that don't got at least the slightest bit of aura.
I think
Some
the
people.
I think the
I'm
aura
22
Michael
don't have the
Cera.
aura.
Michael Cera
Yeah,
has no
that's true.
aura.
But even he has a certain
But the
charm
no
to-
aura is its own aura.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
negative
yeah, yeah.
aura.
I think
Yeah,
the
the
aura.
black hole that aura would be
Facts. Nah,
is
for
the
real.
appeal in that
Yeah.
situation.
the aura black hole.
I mean, like, aura is just people. You have people that want to be like you because they look at you and
Yeah,
do
facts.
whatever you doing. Like
That's
they
what
want
creates
to
the
be like
cult
that.
type of movement, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like,
So,
That's
like, what's the perfect balance between like aura and skill? Like, so like Shea Gilgeous Alexander, right? Basketball, right?
He got skill
Gilligan.
now.
He's got crazy aura,
Gilligan shit,
right?
man.
Ju-
He got great skill. He just won a
he's
championship.
one of
But
them niggas.
that's what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's got high aura, but then him winning the championships makes him like, damn, like he's one of the
He's-
best.
He
like,
got
he's-
that more aura because of that. Too.
yeah, it's more aura. Like when you actually back up the aura. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
you can't-
doubles
you
the
can't-
aura. Like,
You can't aura farm and then fuck up the aura.
But I
yeah.
feel like
That's
that
ridiculous.
comes with being like really good at your job. Because before, when he first got in the league and he was on the Clippers, he had the Morty cut, bro. He
Yeah,
was
he
fucked up
didn't
in the
have
game,
that.
bro.
Like, he didn't have the
shit.
aura.
Nah, facts.
Any
'Cause
nigga
I
that
know-
get braids a lot got.
I know a
gonna
guy
get
who had
aura.
hella aura and then he just lost
So you saying you lost your
10,000
aura
points
when
of
you,
aura.
when you cut
Somewhat,
your shit off?
Real.
somewhat, but I'm still aura'd up.
When you
though.
say shit like,
aura'd up,
I tell
almost
you
sounds
everything,
crazy.
just don't show the world.
Almost sounds stupid.
You're auraed up.
Aura up is crazy.
I ain't
No.
mad at you.
Nah, you just can't fuck up your aura though.
Right.
You honestly, bro, you gotta be able to. What's the word? Fuck. Damn, I can't even think of the word right now because I'm drunk. But capitalize off the aura.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You gotta capitalize because like certain niggas don't capitalize off the aura.
Capitalize on
When you
that
say
shit.
shit like I tell you everything, but just don't show the world, that's when you lose
Ah, man.
Look at that.
10,000 points of aura. You know what I'm saying? And now when you drop some shit, niggas think it's weak, and really it ain't even weak. You just lost your aura. To be honest.
So you're saying Thug lost his aura?
Definitely. Y'all niggas just said the shit that he dropped.
You got a little thing right there. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to say, so you don't lose aura
I know.
too.
Negative 10 aura points.
You sure you got something white on your mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell
That's
you.
what lost the aura points.
Yeah, I lost aura right there.
But luckily he has to use the restroom, so you'll probably keep your aura points for real. But it was still there.
Clip that, hit clip that.
Right, the greasy lip.
We on like 30 hours.
How long we been talking, bro?
I know he ain't
30
30
minutes.
He said, I got the question. He got the question. He on question 2.
This is how you get aura, though.
This
take it
nigga,
over.
niggas
Right,
keep talking about
right.
aura.
By being Kanye West.
I just started floating, like arms crossed in the middle of the podcast. Yeah, man. I do it sometimes.
Like a monk.
With a cape, all of a sudden, cape flowing in the wind.
Like Chris asked a question though.
Right.
I guess if aura is like unique, like like some sort of individuality that sets you apart, then for sure, like it definitely helps. Your music should do that for sure, because as you said, like I think another, not just people like with making content, but with making music and like in all aspects of art, when they're riding that wave and kind of just like trying to imitate, I think that like you see that and you're like, oh my gosh, there's just all these people making the same thing. But I think it actually can be a blessing for the artists who truly are making something unique and like genuine, because it helps pave a path for them. Whereas
Right.
if everybody was like on that, like, that wisdom mindset of
Yeah.
like making something original, then like it'd be a lot harder.
Right.
But like
That's when the aura comes, when you just do shit natural.
as far as like balancing like that, like chasing like the trend, like, or I guess respecting the current trend because you want it to pop, you want like to establish a certain audience, and so you say to yourself, do I follow the trend to the T, but like just kind of put my own spin on it, but with just the fact that I am kind of lowering myself to like do this,
Yeah.
is that like worth it if I get the audience? And you say like most people have that conversation. You're like, well, yes, because if I think a lot of people tell themselves, like, especially like if you're like making a music a certain type of way because you feel like it would be like radio friendly or
Right.
something. A lot of artists tell themselves, and I've heard a lot, is as soon as I get my audience, then I'll be able to make the music I actually want,
Right.
because I'll have the funding, the budget, I'll have all the
Right.
resources to like make the music I really want, which we've seen happen before
Tommy
in the
Richmond,
past.
I feel like like he did that, like he popped with the $1 Million Baby, and then he like, I'm not that kind of artist, and put out other
Right.
shit, and people hated it. Like,
And that's where I'm going with that, is like make sure like not to fall into that ideology, because I feel like if you establish an audience off of a trend, that's what they'll expect, is like
right,
trends from you.
right,
And so it is seemingly better to go like the hard way of like being unique, but I think it's being authentic, and it's hard to balance like authenticity with being like aligned with what the world is asking of you. And like what you understand is like what the people want to see right now. And I think just doing it, like, I guess, in the most authentic and genuine way possible is good. But like, by all means, don't like do something that makes you feel foolish, especially if it's just like a here today, gone tomorrow type thing that lives on the internet forever. It's hard because there's no book that's been written on this. There's no precedent for this. Like before, you can't look in the past like, oh,
Just
what
adapting
did
the
the
whole time.
greats do when there was a TikTok trend?
Right.
No, yeah, they did. There's nothing. We're writing the book right now.
as it happens.
I
Yeah,
feel like
And generations will look in the past because there will still be like trends, like there'll still be waves, there'll still be viral like moments that like people try to kind of attach themselves on, and it's happening so fast. Like it feels like back in the day when there was like a trend in any genre that popped off and everybody's like, oh, we're doing this now. Like it lasted years. Where it's like now it's like it could last maybe a week and then it's like, okay, that's
the
now
attention
like
span,
it's not just gone forever. It's now just infused into the amalgamation of the whole genre now, and it's just a part of it. And now it's a piece of it now, but like it's just happening so fast. So it's hard to it's a really good question to ask because there is no like answer that you can go to a classroom or to any expert. You can just find the people with the most experience and ask like what's worked best for them, and look at like the artists that you genuinely respect, that you think I believe that they are who they say they are, and like that you love the music, and see what they're doing as far as that. Like
That's super hard nowadays.
It is.
Because my favorite artist is Kanye.
Oh no!
You know?
Oh
But
no!
like, even Thug was one of my favorite artists, right?
They 0 for 2 right
if he's
now.
your favorite
think-
artist, but do you,
We-
if you like relate to him as a person, or feel like I feel like this is like
Well,
like
sometimes you do.
there's
I have a question for you. Where do we go from here? If that's like, if this is our landscape, how do we advance if it's not fall into those type of actions? So I'll just be this person because I have to be.
But
I think like like especially this year, everybody that's taking those lifts, like Clips or like a lot of these different like people that's like, I'm gonna just be me, like I'm gonna be me till I die. Like they're standing out because like number one, like even me, like I'm a Pusha T fan. I think Pusha T is one of the most consistent rappers in all of hip hop, right?
For sure.
at the same time,
For sure.
Yeah, I got you. And it's like I know what I'm gonna expect, but he's also evolving in how he's presenting it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Kendrick. Like he don't ever bullshit. Like we know that he's built his brand on how good his albums are. Like Pusha's built his brand on like how good the projects are gonna be. Like so it's like they're not cheapening their dope. Like you know what I'm saying? They product not cut, right? Like that's what I feel about like if you stay authentic, you stay your path, you stay doing what you're supposed to be doing. At some point, people gonna look at that and know what to expect, know what they want, especially you keep evolving. And then it's like, oh man, I'm excited for the new Hoosier project. Like he keep getting better. And that's genuinely how I feel about you on some real shit. Really how I feel about it. All y'all, like every time y'all hit the booth, it's like y'all are evolving. While like I know what his sound is, I know what your sound is, I know what his sound is. Like as y'all continue to do what y'all doing and sticking y'all foot in deeper in who y'all are, y'all getting better and y'all evolving.
That's basically a point that I was gonna make. Because you mentioned Tommy Richmond too. It's also like you could be authentically yourself and still do some shit that works. You feel me? So certain artists out here fuck up for jumping the gun, trying to force the whole I'm different type of you feel me angle. It's
sometimes
like
play your role.
how do you know if the originality thing that you did, how do you know if that's gonna stick if you didn't even do it long enough? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you could just do that for a certain time period to where they catch on and to where they can connect with you as a person, maybe now you could go do some different shit to where they got open ears. But if you just came in with one song and now it's like, I don't even do that type of music. It's like,
It's
what was the point of it?
It's
You know what I'm saying?
disappointing as a consumer.
you
I
feel
hate
me?
when artists change their names based off of like what they're doing music wise. Like, you know what I mean? Like I went into this genre, so I had a name for that, and then like I realized that didn't work, so I'm gonna change my name and do this genre, and just keep changing like stage names and shit. Like that.
Just gotta stay at it, bro. Stay consistent.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't be consistent enough.
Feel me? Cause I be wanting to drop different shit and all that type of shit, but he tell me, man, just
Just
drop
stay
it.
you,
Yeah,
Dada.
just
But
drop
like
that shit.
build your sound, like,
Yeah, for
and I
sure.
think a key word that I used was evolve. Like,
Facts.
it's not just like doing everything and seeing with fucking sticks. Like, I think like Kanye's a great example. Like, as far as like, no, only a couple of his albums are even in the same vein. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything's so different, but it's like he almost preps you where he's got a consistency about it, where it's like he's still flipping samples in his albums today. They're still sample based and stuff like that, but it's like it's evolved to being where he's gone gospel, but it's still got that Kanye sound. Or he can go synth and like more synthetic EDM and it's still got a Kanye sound. So that's also like building like your artistry like authentically and evolving
He's
it.
built his
authentic-
catalog up enough to where we got openers to listen to this.
That- yeah, that's real too.
Different time.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real
I was
too.
gonna say the people you named were old, but I mean, I get where you're coming from. I
But-
totally agree with everything you're saying.
But I will say it's still kind of the same with as far as like again like a Kendrick
Mhm.
like
no,
and
he's
even
old.
I would
He's
argue
40.
that like Drake's music isn't Drake's music really anymore,
Yeah,
and that's why it's like reflected in his success. You know what I mean? For real, for real.
I mean, at this point, it's
The
Drake. It's
last
Drake music.
Well, I mean, the last two albums didn't do as well as the
Less.
first four. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know,
he dropped like 3 since 2018, ain't it? Like 4
and think
Either
about
way.
the fact that Drake's making music from a different space from being.
for younger people though. is
Well,
what
I'm saying
what
like
I'm
for
getting at.
him. Well, I'm okay. That's fair. Like,
Maybe a young
It's a
boy.
di-
Let's
Young Boy- Young Boy's a great example.
Come on now,
Yeah,
he
that's
been-
perfect.
That's
That's a
not
great
a good
example.
example.
Why
He's-
ain't it?
he's
Well,
got an
you know,
authentic
he's
sound.
general.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah. He
listen,
got crazy
that's
sound.
not my point, right? He
Still
been
Young Money.
He been here since 2016. Let's keep it that a whole 100.
Which is a different
He's
world,
in
I
his
guess,
20s
from
though.
this point.
That's not my point, obviously, but he's still a
I'm
veteran.
talking about the starting point.
In rap,
He
he's
was
a veteran.
underground. at
But like
2016.
you don't know
Yeah,
rappers'
he's-
starting
He
points
got
though.
famous in 2017.
Yeah,
Legitimately.
but like
But understand, we are literally in a different year. Just offer it.
Right, 2016 was almost 10 years ago.
2017,
Like, legit. I know
like,
it seems crazy.
I was in
but yeah.
high school, my nigga. I got 2
Yeah,
kids.
that was
now. Like,
almost 10 years ago.
That's
I
a,
get what you're saying though.
so like when
At
I'm,
that point though, niggas really hated Young Boy though.
that's again, but people also loved him. So then it was a different point. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm asking now is like 2017 social media landscape, which is different, right?
Mhm.
right.
You can utilize it, but you don't necessarily need it as far like you did, but you don't like it's not your everything.
Yeah,
like you can
facts.
drop a lot of videos on YouTube and you're gonna get discovered if you're consistent, if
Right.
you push it out, if you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's not about your music videos. Like, of course, you need those too, but like it's about your reels. It's about your
Yeah.
Being a content.
your social media
that's what
content.
I was
earlier.
talking to somebody about social media. I feel like social media hasn't changed. It's just everyone that's using social media has changed. Like now we're trying to like sell shit on social media. Before
Everybody.
we used to create
I
a
get what you
fucking
mean. It's the
backdrop
same-
with music and have a top 5 and do weird shit like
Yeah.
that. Like we
More
didn't, we
personal.
wasn't trying to sell
Same
shit.
concept, but different usage.
But that's the
Like,
stuff that kind of does go viral, like the stuff that you're doing with your people or like different things like that. Like you'll get like 200 likes on your picture if you post like your family. That's been like that for like
Well,
since the
you know,
start
I
of
have a
it, though.
different point about that, but I think that's because people want to like, if it's like something personal, people definitely want to
but
act
not
like
just
they
like
care.
personal. Like
If
you're,
you get
yeah.
married, people gonna be on your shit. If
I
you
mean, like, damn, if I don't like this, dude, are they gonna
a
think I'm a
picture out
bad
with
person?
your girl, a picture with your son, like they're gonna like it because
Yeah.
they want to act like they give a fuck for 5 seconds.
I mean, that's what you want them to do
Anyway, right?
Yeah.
But like when it comes to your music, they don't give a fuck until you're trying to do something that makes you go viral,
That's not true.
Or until other people may validate you.
or at least
Yeah.
following like
Trend, yeah.
following the certain versions of how you post. You know what I'm
So,
saying? That's what I'm getting.
I
at,
think
more
of
so
it
than just
like-
going viral.
I think of like the music shit as like a school project where we all have like the same like parameters,
yeah,
but then like the teacher's like, well, you can get to that point, however, you can use any material.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like, you know, Pusha T, Drake, Kanye, they're all posting to the same internet we're posting to. It's the same internet, same app. You know what I'm saying?
and
It's
we
like,
see them try to follow certain trends as well. Like
They might.
maybe not them
Yeah.
specifically, but just famous artists who are artists.
yeah, because they kind of have to. And I don't know. I'm curious what you think about this, Chris. Like the line between content creator and being an artist, like of any kind, like whether you're
That's a
a
good
painter or like any of that, like where does that line start? Like even for me, I've been engineering almost 10 years, so it's like I know that if Instagram blew up today, like people know I engineer, but it's like
if I wanted to start today, like it's like a whole different world. Like I'd have to
Mm.
like make content. Like I would be
Yeah,
reliant on
it's
these
tough.
things. You know, when I started 8 years ago, man, I could just post my prices and 50 people would message me, but now it's like I have to have a way to present my business. So what do you feel about like that line between, because I always get concerned about spending more time on content than doing my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that line
What is
between
your
content
job?
content creator and artist? No, I'm a producer, artist, and engineer. You know what I'm saying? That's really actually
Your
my job.
job,
You know,
but
like I get paid to do that.
but
There's
you
people
you
who
know
get paid to make content.
that's true.
But it's like if I want the best amount of clients or the best, like it's the same thing like with the restaurants too. Like I see restaurants make great content,
hmm
because it's like their shit gonna pop.
Everything is what's the word? Come. It's like you got the
Except Comic-Con.
I don't know. It's just like capitalism. Capitalism. Everyone's fighting for their spot. So like
Competition.
if that's the way you have to present your business, is that the way you have to present yourself? That's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna do
Yeah.
it to the best of your ability. Which again is my whole point of like you have to think business first. Essentially,
But my question,
it's all about business. How do you look?
like I was asking you, was like, where's that line hit between I'm doing content for a living or I'm doing my actual dream? Because I've seen people that make great content about music that are frustrated about their actual music results. Like, and they make a living showing off software or like products and stuff like that, or like microphones and stuff, but like they don't make a living making music. Like, so where's that line, I guess, these days between like where the content creator starts and like artist ends? Like,
Well, as far as creating content in order to promote your art, I think we now live in a world where creating content to promote your art can be compared to a bodybuilder needing to exercise at the gym. And the exercise part is just normal part of the routine, something
Right.
that will just be so fundamental to the process that people won't see it as like a an external thing. It's just what
right,
it
it's
comes
part
with
of
it.
it.
and
Yeah.
and and so I think that's just got just some time. I think maybe people are already in that mindset, especially young people thinking about doing it. They're like, I already know I'm going to need to be a video editor, audio editor, photographer, social media manager.
Right.
I'm going to need to be all these things if I'm going to want to choose one art, you know.
Yeah.
And any of them that I choose, I'm going to have to just have these things with me as well. And so it'll just be the same thing you just don't think about when you're like, I'm going to go into any sport because I'm going to need to I'm going to need to do conditioning.
It's
And it's
real.
just like part of it.
Yeah, playing
And-
like football, you got to become a weightlifter too.
But
Like-
as far as creating content to bring people towards your brand to eventually interact with your music, I'd say if it's something you enjoy, I think that's where I've had success where I won't burn out. Is like just create something else that you enjoy doing, like even if it's just super random. Like you can be somebody who does like hip hop as their main like art, but you could also do like video essays on Studio Ghibli movies or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Something super random that people are like, oh, I like this, and something
Right.
anything to engage your audience where the audience is genuinely feels like you're into what you're doing, because I think that's like the best like the best like the most beautiful part of like YouTube was like bringing people from all walks of life together who would never normally be together like
Yeah.
on like some subject, and it's because they're watching this like sweet old man like make a clock in his house. And just because he's so you're never gonna make a clock in your house,
Right.
but he's showing you how to do it, and because it's his excitement and his like genuine passion for it is what's infectious and what makes people watch him for hours.
That Bob
And like
Ross.
there's like it's like
That's
Bob
true.
Ross, And so if you are able to, if you can offer that to your audience, then you're in. Just as long as you're stoked about it, your audience is going to be stoked with you. I think it's just that simple.
What would you say
Because
to
people know when you're like you're doing like a TikTok dance and you're like
Yeah.
they're like he's
Yeah,
not
you're
into
phoning
it.
it in.
What would you
Yeah.
say to people that like rappers? They're everything though, and they don't have an extra like.
Rap in front of that camera, I guess.
That's fair.
But they have to do that anyway. So, like engaging with your audience in a way that many people do, right?
He can be an introvert
It,
though.
right. Well, that's true. But like, imagine you're Meek Mill in 2006 and 7. You can't tell that nigga to, hey, show a video of you robbing this gas station. Nah, they gonna say him rapping was what got him on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't tell like somebody as authentic as that's literally rapping on the corner, like to go create a video about movie.
I've seen the
You know what I'm saying?
real.
But I get what you're saying.
Have you ever
It's
seen
a
the
different
real-
world,
For Meek
you
Mill
know?
though, for Meek Mill though, it wasn't really just him specifically rapping though. It's really about the whole
Story.
the whole aesthetic of it. It's a bunch of niggas behind him.
But aesthetic is different from
That was content. That wasn't
That was
like that
content
was
too,
real
at
life.
the time.
You
Okay.
telling me he said he just has 100 people with him and the cameras
that was
out
definitely
recording him
content for
rap?
sure.
Like,
But nah, I ain't gonna,
that was the
that was
time.
famous
But that's
in
on-
Philly though.
that's
That was
content,
famous in
though.
Philly
That's-
though.
that's
but it was about
content,
his
though.
music. It was about him
Him
just-
rapping,
But that's
sitting there.
content.
What I'm getting.
though.
No, I'm not mad about content.
No,
That's
but I'm
not
saying
it. That's content. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
when you have to go out of your way to like some shit you might normally do,
Do some
like
goofy shit.
Like I like reading books. That don't mean I should be doing book reviews. But if
No,
that gets
no.
my audience, then like that's what
then you
they
should.
want you to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You know
If
what I'm
you
saying?
talk,
do you
I
feel
feel like
like-
if you rap that like lifestyle rap, if you was to talk about that in your raps, you
So
could show that.
Do you
off,
feel
know?
like all
That's
content as a music artist has to be music related, or can it be?
No,
Hell
no.
no.
It can't
No,
be.
I once again
That's
like
his point. Yeah.
if you're excited about it, genuinely, your audience
Yeah.
will be excited with it. And like
Mhm.
it can be the most random thing. Like once again, like it doesn't have to be relatable. You just have to be excited about it
just-
genuinely.
yeah, they
and
know more about
people
you.
will be
Maybe
like,
a
I'm
cooking service or
I'm
something.
happy because they're happy, and I
Right.
just it's
Yeah.
another way for me to, and maybe they'll get into it.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's maybe happened to somebody in this room where they've watched a video series on something that's they're totally out of their realm, like a
Right.
wheelhouse,
Bro, I
and like
love YouTube.
they kind of
Yeah,
got
yeah.
into it,
Okay.
and you're like, oh, now I'm kind of into this. I kind of
Yeah.
like this thing, and you can provide that for people, but it starts with you honestly enjoying it, because that's the goal. That's like the
Mhm.
that is the absolute source of engagement.
That was gonna be my question for you earlier, though. Like, don't you feel like it's kind of, or do you feel like it's like one of those things where, because that's like not a normal thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's become normal, right? But as people who grew up before the internet was as big as it was, right? It's like it's almost feels inhuman to like set that camera up and like film yourself
Right.
doing some shit every day, like. Granted, like there were people that used to do that. You've seen funniest home videos and shit like that. Like people always film shit, document shit. That's not the issue. But like
Vlogging,
you
yeah.
literally are going out of your way to be.
Purposely do
You have to be somewhat of a character. You be yourself,
It's
right?
almost like the
A
trend.
refined character, though.
The trend shit makes it weird. Like when you bring up AFV, it's like AFV is like natural moments. Like
I was gonna
Like I
say,
said,
just like-
purposely, yeah.
yeah, they just
But
happen to
that's
be
different,
funny.
right?
Like
That's
yeah,
different,
like
though. That's what I was
when
saying.
they hit record on that camera, on that VHS camera, they didn't know the implications.
Right,
of,
they're
like,
genuinely-
what's going on
but
there.
Grandma was gonna
Yeah.
fall.
You making
Genuinely-
that,
Right,
you
drop the
making
chili.
what you talking about is
like
basically like
they've
clip form.
pressed
Like,
record and
yeah.
they're like, I want us to see this.
Right.
yeah.
And not thinking anybody else
Genuine
needs to
off
see it.
guards, but when you like think about the off guard picture, right? That should be on purpose. Like you
Yeah.
purposely be
No,
looking
facts.
over there when you know the you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but that's
Rough
kind of
on
my point.
It's like a peak into authenticity.
yeah,
Like, it's
right.
like, whoa,
But
this
it's-
is like a real moment. And
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, even though it's like seems like crazy, how can podcasts be so successful and there's so many? It's just people talking. But
Mhm.
I think conversation, like genuine conversation
Yeah,
and
facts. It's
ideas
real.
and art is going to be the new, like, it's going to be more valuable than gold going into the future,
That's facts.
especially with this younger generation having so much trouble being able to communicate and socialize with each other.
Yeah.
Hearing conversation and like maybe even like using it as like a kind of reference point, if needed,
Yeah.
because you may not be able to get it in school or at your job
Right.
or at home or whatever. And it's like, it seems to just be worth a whole lot more than it used to be.
You bring up a point that I kind of think about sometimes, and I say this because I'm not a big TikTok user, because it's like I don't I get concerned about appealing to the NPCs of the world. Like I want like I want people to think for themselves. Like I don't want to be an influencer. Like I don't want people to like look at what I'm doing and be like,
it's too late for that.
But
like,
how are you going to be a star?
How are you going to be a superstar?
But
purposely being
but not an influence. Like if I'm an influence from my work, that's cool. Like I live off that, and that's cool. But I mean, like presenting myself inauthentically and having other people wanting that when I'm like being inauthentic. Like it's like
what if people are being authentic, like the niggas who film themselves being outside in nature, right?
Yeah.
You're not really connecting, but you're connecting. Like you're disconnecting, I guess.
So it's like it's watching people go outside and build a hut instead of like building a hut your damn self, like type shit, like or going on a hike your damn self, like
right, yeah.
I mean, like that's one thing. Like that content's like he said, like you might never build a clock, but it's like from the artist standpoint of having to like present lifestyle, like,
but I think
you know what I mean, like
you have to,
but like
you don't have to create a fan base.
Pictures at the club, you feel me? Pictures with Freddie Gibbs,
vlogs.
You done did it.
In order to create a fan base, you gotta see. They gotta see how you living though. For like,
that's your.
They gotta know your personality though.
That don't matter.
I really do this. Some of these niggas really do this shit, like the workout niggas. And I think that's
great. Like I think, listen, I think that's great. Okay, workout people is a perfect example. Like there's dudes who get on steroids and then act like they got some type of workout plan.
It's like getting your song wrote
or a diet that works when the whole time you juicing and oiling up, like, and then getting on camera, you know, and you're on Ozempic, right? Like,
but you see the niggas who actually put the work in, the camera's there, and they not even really thinking about the camera. They just authentically doing what they do, and all they do is clip it. That's the reason why podcasts is so. You feel me? Like, so
because it's natural.
It's natural.
But that's basically what I'm saying. Like, as far as like trying to like
how you sort them niggas out,
appeal to the NPCs. Like, I want to be realistic. Like about what I'm got going on. Like, you know, being an artist or being like an independent's hard. Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I drove a Bugatti today. Like, that's not real. And maybe I did, but that, you know, it's like that might have been because they rented it. Like, I'm not gonna try to present it like phony baloney.
If you
like,
do get in a Bugatti though. You gonna take the and you gonna post that bitch.
You posting that.
You
posting that off rip. You putting it on your page, story, and Facebook.
Unless you be in a Bugatti with Metro Boomin, nigga. It's over.
But like you could make a music video, rent a Bugatti for the video.
Yeah.
And make the video that you was in a Bugatti.
Shit like that rap seems fugazi though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the whole point. Rap is the biggest blurred line of all time.
But it's not fugazi because you actually
really
got
rented the Bugatti.
Yeah,
like,
not everyone can do that.
Different than,
but it do feel like on the internet.
You don't have to own it.
That you gotta tell the nigga, I rented this Bugatti. It's not really mine.
Say that. You can say you woke up in it.
I took a picture in front of a Porsche one time that they rented for a music video, and I wasn't like, oh, you know,
just gonna think
I rented this.
Of course, that's the whole point, though.
But what's wrong with like capturing what you're doing? Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like moments versus like it's
certain niggas do it. The clip farm, certain niggas just do it because they ain't never even been around a Bugatti.
Right. Like I respect that. Like,
I guess.
Yeah, like
It's just like
you can see the intention when you watch certain shit.
Everyone knows there's a little bit of that feeling if you know you stunting on niggas. Like, let's keep it 100. If you,
I gotta take a picture.
What are you talking about? Right?
You got a picture of stepping out the Mercedes Sprinter.
That's the whole point. That blurred line. That's where it comes in. Is where like you know you feel this way. You know you do.
I feel like only hip hop cares about that shit.
Of
like
course.
Nobody else cares about that shit.
That's the idea.
You know, Taylor Swift doesn't take private jets.
There's no...
Nobody cares though she takes private jet though. That's the
They
thing.
do care because she be taking that bitch everywhere.
She drive it like a car.
They be on her ass about that shit.
She take her shit to the grocery store.
But it's like rap is the only genre that they be like, it's the game and shit like that. And it's a whole competition.
But
like,
in our reality, it's the game in all genres.
It's really not though. Like it's the only shit
like,
where it's
all right,
it's dirty raggedy.
And Sheeran.
It don't matter if you, but that's what makes you you.
Listen.
You could be a drug. You could be a druggie as a rock star.
You can be whoever you want.
But like somebody like
it's certain fake rock star. It's certain rock stars that really don't even go through the shit that they sing about. They still got a great fan base. Feel me? Like
But it's not as like it's not
It's
stuck
not-
to you as much as hip hop. Like
Was Michael Jackson authentic, or was he did he just have a thousand?
he was a
Unique
real
case.
superstar.
That
He
is
was-
a
real superstar,
from
bro.
a kid,
come on,
bro.
man.
A real one.
Since
He was
he
a
was
real
That's a
superstar.
hot take.
He been a superstar more than he been a human.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
That's
a
a hot-
real
But I'm
superstar.
saying though, but
Extremely
did he have to be
unrelatable on
authentic?
Instagram.
Anything he did was the
Nigga, he
realest
was
shit ever.
into authenticity.
But-
Nigga, he was Michael
he though?
Jackson.
My nigga was 5 years old talking about when I had you and I treated you wrong and shit. That nigga ain't never go
But
through
that's
that.
songwriting. That's not the. He's a
just-
superstar.
But it wouldn't have been
Michael
what it was
Jackson.
if it wasn't for him.
But
He
listen,
can dance and sing. That's it.
But
Yeah.
he's
My thing is-
Michael
It's
Jackson.
like seeing the kid in in Kroger with like the Nirvana shirt on and be like, name 5 songs.
Yeah, that's facts. No, I mean, but like, look, Michael Jackson is a whole different case.
your shoulder.
But I think that
Prince.
Prince was him.
superstar.
He was
Come
authentic
on.
though. He was authentic
He
though.
was, he was him.
Listen, when you're a superstar, you are it. Like
It doesn't matter.
Justin
nigga.
Timberlake, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Prince,
matter.
No matter what the fuck. you do.
Aerosmith,
No,
him. You're
them.
him. Kiss,
But
Ozzy
those-
Osbourne, you're
The
him.
difference is those do not exist anymore because of social media. Because you have to interact with your fans so
think
much.
that's
Voice
true.
now. That's
That's
what I feel like.
facts.
Yes,
That's
that's a
facts.
fact. That's what I was
That's
basically.
Fact.
That's what I was
Name a
basically.
superstar that from 2020.
What does that even
What do you
mean?
mean name a superstar?
From
Yo, NBA
2020.
young boy. They talking
He was
about
before that.
uh,
Before
I mean, Roddy Rich.
You can say
he's not a
Doshi,
superstar, though.
or
I know
before,
more
you said
at least.
before.
You don't feel that
before.
way, right?
What? That he's a superstar?
Roddy Rich was a
No.
superstar.
I mean, he had his time for sure.
Yeah, he was
But
a
it's like
superstar when he was
Roddy
on.
Rich, but Roddy Rich was.
I
But
like
listen
Roddy
though,
Rich.
but Roddy Rich
He was
was
a
never.
superstar when he was on. They had
I'm
people
saying,
who didn't
no,
speak
no,
English
Since the
singing
internet,
box.
since
Yeah.
the
But they were
internet,
singing that song though. We talking.
Yeah,
a
they had
a
people who didn't know
superstar.
English singing Roddy
The
Rich songs.
superstars are like basically not even
Bro,
trying to go
if
back
a
to
million
NBA
people
Youngboy, though.
know who you are, you're a superstar.
no, listen,
No,
legit.
it's
like,
a
no,
superstar.
actually
Like y'all
legit.
just said,
Janet
Michael
Jackson,
Jackson.
nigga.
You can do
Prince,
whatever the fuck you
Timberlake.
want to
There's
do.
levels to it, but
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
you
Has
got-
anyone ever reached that level from this time?
That's basically what I talked to Kim
Kendrick.
about. Was the
Kendrick.
Kendrick's not from 2020 gang?
Come on now.
That's what I was
I
talking
mean,
about.
but like,
From
Since
2020.
COVID, think about
But
it.
how
Since
does
Hold
that-
on, hold on.
TikTok.
But
Fuck
like, how
that.
does that
Lil
work,
Baby
though?
was a
Goddamn.
superstar, my nigga.
But what are you asking though? Like, what does it matter if it's 2020? Like,
I'm saying it's a
people
difference.
don't just become. There's a difference
I was gonna
between.
say superstars aren't like you
But-
can't just like have one like they
Lil
they're,
Uzi
like,
Vert
they're
was
not
a
made.
superstar.
Well, you're
But
talking
he was
about
a
you're
super-
talking
but
about
he's
Michael
16
Jackson.
though.
Hold on,
He was
you're
from-
talking about Michael Jackson. There's a difference between Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 is talking about ABC 1, 2, 3 and Thriller. Like, it takes time to get to that superstar. Michael Jackson wasn't always
They was
Thriller.
fading over
Michael-
him.
Nigga, Michael Jackson been
Bro,
old since
he
5
had
years old.
albums. He had like
But
5
When
albums.
he
with
was Jackson 5, niggas was still selling out
Bro,
arenas,
but
gang.
But
even
he
then-
wasn't Thriller though.
But yeah,
Of
yeah,
course
yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
he
talking
was
about.
That comes with
But
evolution.
that he's making a point, right? Like Thriller, Mike Jack, and ABC
I get-
Mike Jack, different levels.
I
and he
get
made.
that.
Have y'all heard
Was it
Ben?
not just
But
as
there
substantial?
was no
Teenager when he made
There
Ben.
was no
not just
fallout
as
for Michael
substantial,
Jackson since he was
literally,
fucking 5.
Literally.
No,
We're
it's
talking
not.
about
It's
But
not
he
where
about
has
the
it's
superstars
other
not-
that haven't-
albums though. He
it's
has
not-
other albums
it's not
besides
about-
that stuff.
We
Before
know
Thriller, all that
We know
Ben. Did you
that.
listen
We
to
know that.
Ben?
But he been a superstar for a
It's
long
not about
time.
falling off. It's I think what
Evolution.
is like superstars to become a superstar.
Okay.
Go through
Is
it.
like
How
a
many
time.
how many have evolved? Have been able to evolve to that?
I mean,
Since
It
no
takes
one
time.
from 2020 would have had enough time
That's
to
5
be
years.
Michael Jackson
That's 5
or
years.
even
But
Kendrick.
Brody, but
You
a
know
lot
what
of
we
there's
said-
plenty niggas from 2020.
NBA
that was
YoungBoy.
just- He's the only nigga.
Look, you brought up a NBA YoungBoy.
26
General,
that's the-
gener-
that's
He's the
last
only
generational
nigga.
artist.
He's the
That's the
only
last
nigga.
one.
But you're only gonna get so many per
Juice
10
WRLD had
years.
that.
We've had this talk before.
You're only gonna
We've
get
had
so
this
many
talk
per 10 years. You
But,
know, like
but no, because back then,
Or
gang,
it starts.
back
And
then,
really, you can't even count YoungBoy because
No,
this is like
gang.
his first like major tour. So you
because
really
he was
can't
on,
even count him.
nigga, he did all of this while going to jail constantly.
But
that's why he's a
cool.
superstar.
Now though, but like
and naturally,
now,
gang,
though,
he
now,
went
though.
like basically.
It takes time,
and
though.
he went live off.
I would
live.
get what I'm saying though.
well, listen, I would argue all
And
the
NBA YoungBoy won in 2020.
all
though.
the
He-
people
you
that
know,
were big artists in 2016 are superstars.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, they're superstars.
There hasn't
Last
been
time,
any
yeah.
since
But
this.
we're-
Lil Baby was the
but
last
listen,
one.
we're
The niggas in
due.
2010s
we
is
are
still
we
superstars.
are due for the next.
Which one of those niggas right now have you
Big
felt like
artists.
have kept up with good music
I'll say
and
Big
kept their
Exposed.
spotlight for the whole time?
you got like Billy
the Baby
Eilish.
was a super. No,
What about
rappers.
Billie Eilish?
Come on now.
All right,
Gunna
Doshi.
might be. Gunna
When
might be.
rap,
What
about
I
Doechii?
mean, Mike,
I
like
guess though.
Glorilla?
guess.
but when you
Cardi B?
Cardi B, that's valid. That could be valid.
Cardi B
I'm not
was
gonna lie.
2018, but
That could be valid.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you need.
Kodak Yellow came out.
But I'm saying like
Yeah,
you need
What
a certain amount of time to
What
have.
I'm marketing
that build.
I'm thinking about
deep into-
COVID.
I
What
don't think
COVID did to
I don't
artists.
think that.
Think about that.
Niggas weren't even outside to be a superstar. To be
That's
a
my
superstar, you gotta
point.
be outside.
That's my point.
What do you?
know.
Why does
Artists
it matter
from-
then if we went outside? We
I'm
couldn't
gonna
be.
say
in
Because
the-
back
Because
to
they
Michael,
didn't last
back
through
to
that.
Michael Jackson, my nigga.
They didn't last
Thriller
through
didn't
that.
come out till what year? What was that?
Like
1990 what?
82.
Was
Some
it?
shit like
It was in
82.
82,
Yeah,
some
shit
80s.
like
Was
that.
it in the 80s?
Yeah.
So
That
basically, let's talk
was a
about
good
our
time,
Michael
though.
Jackson
That's a
in the
good time, though.
2010s where he was still dropping hits, gang. So it's like my nigga, if he would have went into the 2000s without even dropping anything, he still would have been Michael Jackson.
But imagine like
He still would have been. He didn't even have to drop no more. Honestly,
I get the longevity argument though.
Yeah, I get what
But
y'all
like-
saying, but it's like y'all
I'm
just
saying no
y'all
one's
just
talking
progressed
about-
that.
But we
to
talking
that
about
way, that's-
2020 and like
I mean,
people
you
really
have
couldn't do nothing.
you
in
have
2020,
Kendrick.
like,
Like I mean,
the world
Kendrick.
shut down. in
Kendrick was
2020.
2009 or
Well,
some
I'm saying like our generational artists, right? And
My-
then you still
My
got like
point is, them niggas are 37 plus.
Well, listen. I'm just saying like
Shit.
that next wave, and I've mentioned this when we've had this conversation separately.
They died.
People, a lot of them died, right? Just
They
straight
gone.
up, a whole group of people that could have been
I agree with that.
that next
Yeah. I even agree
generational
with
artists
that.
just straight up died.
Yeah.
So, but like we still got like people whose story aren't quite Kodak. Still got time to drop a lot of great music. Uzi.
Is it? I guess the whole argument is it going to connect the way that it could have, as far as being a superstar means? When you had to do streaming, nigga, you had to post every day. You had to drop 6 albums a
This
year.
is why I said
This is
TikTok.
what I'm
ruined it.
getting at.
You don't.
That's
have
why I
to.
said TikTok
So what
ruined this
artist
shit.
is at that point right now that you can say, I can wait 2 years for an album right now, and I won't forget about him. I won't be
Rod
waiting.
Wave.
Give me an artist
Rod
that's
Wave might
dropping.
be one.
Rod Wave's fair.
Rod
Wave's
Wave
fair.
is
But give me an
generational,
artist
for
that's
sure.
doing all that though, where it's like you see him on stream every year. You see him dropping 6 albums back to back to back to back. Not every artist is doing that.
A lot of artists.
A lot of
Give me
artists
a
are doing it.
superstar
The
that's doing it.
superstars that we
No
thought
superstars
Kodak's
doing it.
doing that. Kodak's dropping a lot of music.
But that nigga ain't
every
making-
year being
he-
on streaming. Okay, goddamn. Who just went on streaming? Young Thug. He's a little bit different.
He
but,
was locked
but
up.
he's before then too.
They did like
But,
an
like,
album.
I don't.
So
Lil
what's-
Uzi's dropping a
That's
lot
2
of
years ago.
music.
He ain't dropped the album in
So
like 2 years.
So I got a
He
question.
dropped the album last year.
I got a
Last year,
question.
all right, so 1 year.
But
That's
it
a
ain't
year.
hitting.
What
But he
standard?
had dropped
What
one before
standard
that
is a
too.
superstar though? What standard is a superstar?
I mean, I think there is a lot of
Do you got to make
superstars.
hit songs every year? Do you
Is
gotta
there
have
any-
it?
is there anybody that's not from 2016?
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Yeah, he's straight.
Yeah,
Shit.
Jack Harlow.
But he did movies though.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
That makes
I
him
would
even more
say
of a
he's a
superstar.
superstar
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
That's fair. Yeah.
And again, I would even
I
would even argue
the music.
the other facets of entertainment that you take over really determines
That's
your
true, too.
superstar
Right.
ability.
You gotta
know
have
what I
them
mean? Like,
commercials. I mean, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You gotta-
Endorsements for
yeah,
sure.
the endorsements, the movies,
Hosting.
hosting, the doing the big events and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
that also plays into it beyond music. You know what I mean? As far as being like a superstar, you know.
Yeah, longevity don't ever just come with just music. You gotta definitely have different ventures.
I mean, you can be a superstar as like the longevity.
But we
Because it's
talking
like,
about like that star power.
I
Though.
mean, like Mariah Carey.
So do you-
Mariah
do
Carey,
you
I would
feel
say,
like-
is a superstar
Do
purely
you
off
feel like
music.
that
But she
star
does
power
other shit
can
she does.
Yeah,
exist
she's
as a rapper today, as a rapper under 30? Besides Playboy,
He tried to make.
What'd he say? What's the question?
I'm asking as a rapper because again, we're not talking about niggas that been rapping for their literally our entire lives. Like,
So you would argue that just some people haven't had enough time yet. I'm
Brody,
looking.
but
I'm
you
looking
can
at 3
tell-
of them.
Kendrick Lamar, we knew he was a superstar by To Pimp a Butterfly.
That's 5 years.
that was like his
Yeah, bro,
third
he's
album.
been out for a minute at that point.
That was
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
years.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's irrelevant, right?
Niggas know Youngboy was a superstar in
he's irrelevant to
2019
this
when he came
conversation.
out in 2016.
Well, I think within this conversation, we've named at least 4 or 5 people that are generational that came out. in the
All right,
last
now
5
let
years.
me
You
ask
talking about
let me-
2016?
all right, now
Young
let
Boy
me-
just
let
now
me
is,
ask
like,
you-
one of the
let
biggest
me ask you
tours,
this though:
though.
what artists? Because I always touch base to the
like
court
10 years.
type of fan base gang, and that's basically what I guess he's saying. Because I be making that point all the time. It's like what artist has really came like, yeah, like it's a whole movement, like to where you see niggas be on a
It
slide
lasts for a little bit, then it's
YSL.
gone.
Well, here's the thing too, though. Is
That
Yeah.
due to social media.
Yeah,
These
that's
niggas
it.
don't have nothing where it's like a movement.
I don't
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like,
think that's true either.
and streaming.
I think that the
Say
torch.
opium is definitely a movement.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't.
Playboy
Yeah,
Cardi.
opium. Yeah.
He's
the
the
time
we
I'm
talking about
talking-
2020.
But the
Like you
thing is,
said.
just like the torch
Once
hasn't been
TikTok's
passed
been out.
yet.
God damn it.
Think about
But
this,
you talking
right?
about Carson and all them niggas that's with him though too.
Think
Them
about this,
niggas
bro.
ain't
They not that.
Think
But
about this,
Ryan
bro.
Lonely niggas want to be like them niggas too.
That's not the point. They're
But
not. They're not
Definitely
that
the point.
level. They're not Cardi's level. So
Every-
they're definitely not.
Every
What we're
10
talking
Not really
about.
on
every
that
10
level.
years
Like,
there's
what
gonna
do you
be
mean? Like, what are you talking about?
every 10 years there's gonna
That's true, though.
be
That's
that
true.
shit though, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like Cardi was like an underground artist 10 years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like
And hip hop is
So, and-
supposed to be underground. Only Drake makes y'all think that this shit supposed to. Jay-Z wouldn't drop it no fucking.
yeah,
Like,
it
he wasn't on top Billboard
it
without
takes
any
time.
He's a
features.
businessman though.
What I'm literally talking
Kanye
about.
West is a perfect example of how he
That's a perfect
how he
example.
dropped 2-3 albums in.
But how long
like
was he
5
making
years?
beats for niggas, bro? Like
It's true.
that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like
we talking about rap. He
no-
wasn't rapping.
I'm
though.
gonna say this plainly.
They
There's
didn't even
no
sign
such
him to
thing
be a
as an
rapper
overnight
first.
success. That's why
You said,
that
what'd you say?
no such thing as an overnight success. That's why there's still people that have been putting in they work for 10 years that are there at their peak. Like
Mhm.
What I'm
Playboy
saying
Cardi is at his peak right now, right?
I
Like
would say most niggas peak early.
For sure, early.
That's like where.
Not for
That's
me.
why the
Lil
second-
Uzi Vert, right? He's a great example. He's somebody who we see as a superstar, but
he just dropped one of his biggest singles ever like a year or two ago.
Okay, but listen,
Just wanna rock.
listen. Is that
Mhm.
that was 3
That's
4
one of
years
his
They
ago.
play that
biggest-
on the football.
That is one of his
games,
biggest
bro.
singles
Basketball
ever.
games.
Listen to me though. Listen,
That's one of his
listen to
biggest
me, though.
singles he's ever
If
made.
your peak is not based off the early, why is the debut
he
and
was
the
also
second,
already a superstar.
why is the freshman album and the sophomore album so important to that?
Because that's how you become
That's
a
how you
superstar.
establish
That's how
yourself.
you get
That's- yeah,
the
if-
backing.
that's what-
If
But
those
think about
aren't
the
good,
rappers
then-
that dropped more classic albums after they first two.
Yeah, that usually
first
happens
three.
though. That usually happens.
yeah, if
though.
they're good.
They only listen to
That's
it if
what
the
I'm
first
getting
two
at.
is
Where-
good.
where
Most
do you-
niggas don't even get to the second album. Let's keep it
Nowadays-
real.
Well, because a lot of them are viral rappers, but they don't
That's
got
my
That's what he was just saying.
But, that
Yeah,
doesn't-
my
but
next
listen,
point,
that
bro.
has nothing to do with the talent pool.
But
I
that
didn't say that.
Look, I'm saying,
I
like,
literally didn't say that.
Generational
that's
talent.
happening like the 80s and the
Superstar,
90s.
that's
though,
all I'm
too,
talking
Listen,
about.
yeah,
That's
listen.
right.
Generational
Yeah, I
talent is always gonna rise to the top, right? It just takes time. Like I'll give you another one. Mars in the City. Generational talent. It's just gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I don't doubt
well,
that.
I'm saying like
Yeah.
you don't.
But
We don't
general.
even know you're generational in your first 2 years until
Facts.
we.
You don't even get the
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
You don't even get the backing to be
I mean,
that generation.
So y'all,
talent.
Kanye West, y'all didn't think Kanye West was generation after graduation?
bro. But
But
that's his
Kendrick
third
stepping up,
album.
We knew he was him.
Come on,
Like,
No, technically it wasn't his third album. It's like his fifth project. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get mad.
Realistically.
City was his
First album.
we're
But
talking
that-
albums.
but
That
debut
dude drops a
album.
lot of big
Debut
But
stuff.
once
album.
you
Come
get
on now.
at an album, you got backing and funding. Like it's different world.
By
Like,
Carter 3, Lil Wayne was already
and how
stamped.
much music had he made by
Before
then? Bro?
we talking about albums though, bro.
But point blank,
Well,
that's what I'm
mixtapes used to
saying.
count
That's
as
what
albums
made
at
him
one
No,
point in
him.
time.
Like,
I get what you're saying totally, but
like you can't be generational without time. Like it doesn't.
That's
make,
no,
it's
I'm not-
It doesn't
I'm
make
not-
I get what
sense.
you're saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that whatsoever.
So I'm saying,
What I'm
that
saying
there
is
might be
most-
artists that you're not considering generational that has time that hasn't quite did they thing that's gonna make them generational.
That I mean, shit. That's kind of the point too, right? We want to be generational, so like, yeah, of
But
course.
your
like,
initial point was like 2020 artists.
was
Nobody in
asking-
2020 would be
I was,
generational right now.
I was asking the question.
It's just microwave though, is it?
I
not?
was asking the question about are there
for real.
superstars now that have
Yes.
came out since that time?
Yes,
Yeah.
Who?
But
Rod
who?
Wave, Jack Harlow,
Well, Rod Wave,
Lil
yeah, Rod Wave
Tecca,
for sure.
like
Lil Tecca go crazy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Nas X too, low key, but
I guess.
Lil Nas, yeah, Lil
Nas
Nas,
X
yeah,
was
like
I mean,
he's made
that's
incredible records.
my nigga was a my
rap
nigga
music though. Like,
He makes rap. He
rap,
got rap
he rap.
records and
I mean, I
everything. He
guess-
got pop records. He got everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait, for a second, bro, Lil Nas X was making bangers.
Shabuzi, yeah, Shabuzi's
Shabuzi
great.
is not a
Yeah.
rapper though, ain't is
He,
he?
I mean, it's just as an
He
artist.
just
So
made a
like,
country. He just made a rap song into a country song. I mean that counts.
shit.
Big
Billy
X the
Allen-
plug,
Billy
though. Big
Allen-
X the plug go
Billy
crazy.
Allen- Big X the plug. Yeah, that's
He
what
up right
I was
now.
gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's up right
you
now.
know,
He's up
there's-
right now. for
he's
sure.
up.
He's
there's
up
time.
right now.
There's still time for a lot of the newer
Dude,
artists.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Because like you would even
But
argue
it's
like
artists though, not just rap.
like
is
even
what I'm
Cardi
saying.
B, bro. Like she don't got that much music, but she's
She's a
generational.
superstar.
She just
She's
dropped the album.
superstar, bro. She only got 2 albums
She-
though.
it's going
That's
up
it.
right now.
She's on Love and Hip Hop.
No, she's a superstar. There's no doubt about that.
So it's like it's hard. Like
she had co-signed.
and it just takes a time. Like even Rihanna, right? Like Rihanna is the one.
I don't know. Ice Spice. I don't know.
Ice Spice.
Rihanna, like the biggest superstar in in the country. She bogus. And the thing was, Rihanna was like in Jay-Z and Beyonce and a whole bunch of other people's shadow, even though she still was popping, but you wouldn't have considered her generational until she got to a certain point. Like,
but that's
we've always
years
loved
and years.
Rihanna.
Yeah, like,
Everyone's always
this
loved
is-
Rihanna.
yeah, though that anti-album really was like,
this is
Yeah,
damn
yeah,
near
yeah,
5
yeah.
years off
Stamp
of making
the-
hits every year. I get what he's saying.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Because it's like, bro, certain niggas from 2020 ain't made a hit
But listen,
every year.
listen,
You damn near got to make a
but
hit
listen,
every year.
they're
gang.
just our equivalent of one-hit wonders. That's it. Except now you get like two. Like
that's always been a thing where it's
Literally.
like an artist would only get signed just to do a single, or
Alright, let's-
only get signed and did one album.
Let's
It's-
speak of one hits though.
It's just
Let's-
about money.
let's speak
Whoever's
on one
gonna
hits,
back
though.
it. And
Back then, if you had one hit, you
That was
can
it.
live. You can live off that one hit for about 10 years.
Wondered where I've
You feel me?
been.
Well, like,
That
Now,
got one
a nigga might
But what's a
now,
hit?
a nigga might have a hit game,
And
and
they
that
can
shit
tour
be
forever.
washed
But
away in
what's
2
a
weeks,
hit
bro.
though? What's a hit? Not
It's
just
not a hit.
viral.
Then, yeah, it's not a hit if it's
Bro, it's a hit if it's on the radio for multiple weeks. That's why you got money. Those people that
But
made that
radio
hit.
don't give a fuck about. I mean, it
What are you
matters.
Niggas don't even
It
listen to radio
matters.
no
We're
more.
on
But it's
radio
true.
right now. This
If-
is radio
if
in a sense,
streaming-
bro.
if
Chris gotta
normal
get back
pe-
in though, because you hear me.
if normal people listen to your music, you have a hit.
Yeah.
Like it can't be just viral. Like it has to be
Exactly.
like your granny
If
knows
it's
the
an
song.
actual hit,
Like if it's a hit, you're like your granny would be like, I know that little song. It's 6-7.
It'll pay your
So
bills.
listen though, if you do that 5 years, do you not already count as generational? If you do that for 5 years straight, is that
Yeah, like
And-
DMX is generational, and like most of his shit came in within a like a small.
Yeah,
amount
he
of time.
dropped them two albums back to
Tupac,
back.
Biggie, like they only rap for like a
But them
couple
niggas
years,
add
bro.
though, so you never.
That does add points.
Yeah, you
It
know,
does.
To your
That's why. That's why they. That's why they.
They was top in
That's why they
their
say shit
craft
about
though
Juice
at that
WRLD
time
sticks.
before they died though. So that's like, you know what I mean?
But then you would argue like Nas, who isn't dead, is probably surpassed them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
accolades,
he got 3 more
accolades,
albums.
yeah.
So much more to pick from, you know.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm.
sure, yeah.
That's why they so. That's why they so substantial though, because it just got left in the earth. It was never. It never
Yeah.
got shown if they was
Endless
actually-
potential. Or
Yeah, you feel me? They
yeah.
just left. They just,
Potential aura farming.
They just got left off where they got left off at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they
Same
can
with
only,
like X and
Yeah.
Pop
you
Smoke.
feel me? So you never know if they was what they was because they died too early to even find out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generational.
Talk a lot.
Let me hit that smart water though one more time.
It's over with.
My shit drizzy out. I ain't gonna lie, drizzy.
I
Yeah.
think we may be past the time of like true superstars. Because
That's what I think.
there
That's what
might
he's
be
trying
like
to
a
That's what I
time.
I agree.
And I think TikTok
Thank
played a
you.
part in that. I'm not even gonna keep. I say it all
I
the
mean,
time. I'm not
I
gonna
feel like
lie.
it was such a gate kept thing though, like making music and shit. Where it's like now it's like anyone can make music.
Niggas
So
been
it's-
making
That's
music.
that's a
I'ma keep it
huge
100.
factor into that formula.
You
of
couldn't
why
get into a
there's
studio,
triple
though.
beats, like
Thanks.
like, what are you
Yeah.
talking
I
about?
definitely. I remember going to the studio as a kid.
That was you. I'm talking about. You talking about Michael Jackson stardom? You couldn't just get into a studio,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, like,
It was
it-
very-
Yeah, my
niggas
brother
was
had a
rapping,
studio in
though.
2008.
Niggas
though.
was definitely
In
rapping.
2008. We talking about the 70s.
It was. It just wasn't as accessible because niggas didn't have the internet. You had to find. You had to get sold that bitch on the street.
I mean,
for
bro,
you to know that this nigga down the street rap.
If you create a band right now, your shit gonna get noticed. It don't matter if it's weak or good, literally.
Chris was about to say
Back to it.
something, but realistically though, like as far as accessibility, bro, it's like studio time was $100 an hour in 1970s money, like which was different. So even to cut a demo was like a thing, like
Right,
to,
you just have to make a
and then you
demo.
might have had like, mind you, like no FL Studio, like you got to have a band, like you know, for real,
that's
cutting
a
a
fact.
But you
cutting
only
a
helping his
record.
point though, even more.
Cutting a record might cost you $1,000, like just a demo. Like the shit
No,
might
you
not
are.
even be finished.
They
like,
are helping my point.
Like you
though.
only helping his point even
What
more
is
though.
your point though?
I've already explained it so many.
Not
different
really.
times.
What is your point?
but then
What is your point?
hold on. He's got. This is the thing though. Like,
It was so many. You talking about 2020? You talking about
literally
stardom?
said-
What are you
so if
talking
you're
about?
saying
There's becoming a superstar essentially is non-existent
really.
because you have to release so much music and live. If you're talking about new artists, my
But
nigga,
he
we're
just
not.
said Cardi B only
we're-
has 2
I said
albums.
2020,
and
right?
that's a superstar.
She 2018 with the machine
You're
behind
talking
her.
about 2 years ago.
It's-
What are you talking
bro,
about?
you don't
Talking
understand
after
how
COVID.
how
After
how
COVID.
fucking real
After
COVID was, my
And
nigga.
when
What it-
TikTok hit, goddammit.
But if we go
How
off of
you not- how
TikTok, you
you
would say
ignoring
Zeddy.
COVID,
Zeddy's
my
a
nigga?
fucking
How
star.
can you
Bro,
ignore
it's
COVID?
cold. Nigga, even Bossman D-Lo, which is
Bossman
considered
D-Lo.
a superstar right now, TikTok, his shit can't never stick as hard as it can
And
because
to be
it's
honest,
TikTok.
when you talk about kind of like genres and shit like that, like some of like rap artists aren't pop. Like they're not popular artists. They're just popping in the rap genre, which is an underground genre anyways.
Right.
But it has not been an underground genre
Okay,
since
I'll give you
2018.
I'll give you
Since
one, Birdie.
2017.
It's
I
always been
got
an
one for you.
underground genre, though.
I don't know.
It's been the most popular genre in life
Rap.
for the longest
even
time.
beyond
at
rap,
least
though,
10
right?
years,
Hip
man.
hop?
Yes.
You ever heard of what's the person's name?
Check the
Juke?
numbers. Drake got a
the piano
billion
guy?
goddamn.
But I also
you ever
told
heard
you
the Golden Hour
Jay-Z
song?
didn't have a fucking number one
Golden Hour
Billboard
Duke,
hit though.
We know
like
this.
Golden Hour.
But he was the
I only know
biggest
the Casey
rapper.
He's
Musgraves
consistent
song.
ever, though.
That's the whole point.
And Jay-Z had money
Wasn't that
too.
consistent?
He
got that
was.
many
Jay-Z had money
albums
though.
like that,
Jay-Z
bro.
had money though.
All right.
Jay-Z had bread. Yeah. He got paid.
All right.
He got paid off other artists, so it's like nigga, he could just, you know what I'm saying?
I
He
got
paid
you.
his way.
Type
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Niggas love Jay-Z,
Come
bro.
on, cuz. Why can't you?
No, I
You
feel
got
you,
to.
but like
It's a terrible.
you're talking about the
again,
numbers, the superstar, but if you went by just like the shit that he's doing, like they only cared about like going platinum or gold in like the first month, like, and then that's it. It's not about it being on Billboard for like.
That's not what I said.
But that would be what the superstar would be like, though. That's what it would be
That's
like.
definitely what the superstar.
Like if you heard like if a million people only heard my shit for just that 1 month and that was it, and then someone can drop a song that they hear for like the next 5
Even
years.
though Jay-Z didn't have a number one, he still had them number 5s and number 10s and shit. That shit matters.
All right,
What are you talking about?
I have a question. I have a
Niggas be
question.
on 95 at most.
That motherfucker go.
I have a question to kind of split this argument in the middle. Okay, we're kind of split on whether there'll be superstar artists past this point. Will classic music be?
That's what I was gonna say. It's
Between
timeless. It's timeless music.
Is timeless music
It's
still
timeless
being
music
made?
over. I think
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, that probably.
still classic.
I don't agree
There's
with
still
that.
classic music.
I
still
don't. I
timeless
definitely
music.
don't agree with that because I feel like Not Like Us is timeless. I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. I
I
mean,
feel
well,
like
yeah,
that
I get what
motherfucker's
you're saying.
forever. I ain't gonna lie. I'm always.
Is it
timeless
harder
music.
though? Is it
That's
harder
what's
though?
hard.
No,
But
I'm
yeah,
saying it's
no.
harder to make.
Yeah,
timeless music.
I mean because again, it's the
It's hard
microwave.
period though. This is hard period
That's
to make
true.
timeless
it was
music.
it's already.
We're not even-
Why that's not the
How
case?
you-
Because back then, if you made a hit,
You
game,
don't
that
know
motherfucker still
that,
getting
though. You
played
don't
right
know that,
now.
though.
There's a
Don't
lot of
know that,
records.
though.
What are you talking about, nigga?
Listen, there's a lot of
Motherfucker
records.
still getting played right now, nigga.
But
You
there's
make a hit in
also people-
2010, that bitch
like, what about
bumping in the club.
What
right
about
now.
Vanilla Ice though? Vanilla Ice had a
nigga
fucking
lying.
top
Like-
starting song. Like what are we
So
talking
what,
about?
Vanilla Ice still get played, nigga. What you talking about?
It was like
talking about,
bro.
gang? What are we talking about right now,
There's
gang?
still songs that
What do
get
we-
played too. Handsome
Right
and
on,
Nothing still
not
get
even
played,
saying
bro.
like Lil Baby, for example. Right on, you're not gonna hear that on the radio. Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby, you gonna hear that on the
What
fucking
is right
radio,
on? What
nigga.
You said right on.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
exactly.
Let's talk about. And that was a hit song for a second, nigga. And that was after
He's right.
I'm not
2020.
gonna lie, I didn't listen to
Anything
that
that
nigga
was-
like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Come on, gang. Let's keep it real. You
The
play.
party's on the way. Look at that motherfucker's going crazy.
Come on,
What you
gang.
But
talking
that's
about?
also
This is
another thing
how
Talk about
we
Vanilla
do it.
Ice.
So
This
when
nigga said
it-
Vanilla Ice.
when
Vanilla
it-
Ice is getting paid forever.
When
Ice
it-
Ice
But that was
Baby,
an actual
nigga.
hit,
To
though.
y'all, when did
I don't
classic,
know what the
like,
fuck that
timeless
song
hits
is.
die?
Lil Baby
I'm
shit.
telling
Right
you,
on, went
by
crazy.
2020, that shit was dead.
Had well, that was a hit for about a whole year. That was but that motherfucker ain't getting on the radio right now. And I'm not even trying to.
That's
not
a
even-
hit though.
It's a hit,
It's
but
a
it
hit.
ain't.
That's a
but-
timeless song.
They can still play that.
You know what? Someone asked me to play.
Right. Yeah, I seen that.
Bro,
No,
come on,
it's
cuz.
not.
You just said
But
Vanilla
we can
Ice,
do it
Ice
that
Ice
low.
Baby.
Let's
They
keep it
still-
100.
Come on, cuz.
We can
Niggas
do
is
it that
doing
way
that
for the
low.
rest of our life.
Brody,
nigga.
I know
look
it
at
ain't
it-
timeless game because if a nigga is drunk.
I've never heard you say, "Hey, bro, play."
Listen. Listen, no, real shit. Hey,
never said
every
that.
hit's
Brody,
not
I'm
timeless,
just
though.
trying
Every
to
hit's not
gang.
timeless,
I've tried
though.
to bop Woe before in the car.
Listen.
Motherfucker skip that shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Don't play that
Listen.
shit.
The Roly Roly Dabba Ranch song.
Yeah.
That's not it.
No, that's it.
That's
That's
kinda
timeless hit.
That's kinda
They
timeless.
played it
I
at my
remember
at
that
Kayson's
shit kinda
Yeah, for the kids,
orientation.
for sure.
They was like this year.
Damn,
No, they went.
I ain't
That
gonna
was
lie.
before 2020.
Rolly Rolly with a Dabber Ranch is
like-
definitely hit.
Yeah,
That was
that
definitely
was a
2018. That's
timeless
definitely
hit.
timeless hit because you gonna
That
definitely
was
play it for the
2018.
kids.
I was
you
in
know-
I was in like middle school.
Like,
But you know what makes...
No, I was in high school.
But do you know what, like,
Lonely
makes...
Child?
I was in high school.
Young
You was
boy.
still living at the crib.
NBA
nigga.
young
I know
boy.
that was a
Young
minute
boy,
ago.
young boy.
Lonely
Get off his
Child.
dick,
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, cuz.
But look,
that's
but
why-
with hip hop though, what makes shit timeless in hip hop is sampling though, because we could make 3 different songs, and each generation is gonna have
That's
that
real.
same shit.
That's fair, but at the same time, regardless, there's been niggas that made hits without the sampling or whatever, and
I
they still.
feel you, but also like hip hop hits don't always equate to like hits. Like
Yeah.
there's
Like the
levels
niggas
to
that
hits
do,
though.
I know, but the niggas that do, that's who are the superstars.
That's why
That's
Lil Baby
basically
was
what
the
we-
last one.
That's the point
Right.
that I'm making right
Whoa,
now.
Whoa did reach the white people.
Ghana,
What about Doechii?
Doechii.
I ain't tapped into
Sure,
Doechii though.
I mean,
Anxiety went crazy off of that shit.
sure.
What? That was a whole nother person's song though, wasn't it? That's what I'm
Miz
saying.
was
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
just
that's
still
true.
rapped on it.
Yeah, man, look.
I get what you
He
mean,
still
though.
got superstars. I don't understand what y'all talking
in
about.
the last,
What are
in the
y'all
la-
doing this for?
But she's
Y'all
the
think
last
there's no
one. She's
superstars
the
no more?
last-
No more timeless
Because
music,
we
no
the
more
one.
nothing.
We're the superstars.
They act like it. Y'all niggas talk about, man, this shit old, bro. 2 microwaves.
That's not what I'm saying.
Niggas still got ovens,
I
niggas.
literally
Niggas still got
asked
air
you.
fryers and shit. What we talking about?
You right though.
I was literally
Air
asking
fryer
the
just as
question.
quick though. For real.
Nigga. It's
Air
a
fryer just
fucking
as quick,
oven
for
though
real.
still.
Nah, but I'm saying though, like, bro, like, nah, I be getting what he's saying because I be talking to you about that shit all the time. Gang is like, bro, it's just like, bro, a hit song ain't equivalent to what a hit song was in 2000 or 2010s. Like,
You gotta be realistic. But unless y'all,
it's not the same.
Can I be real with
what's the
you?
ideas to be?
And we
Can I be
talking a
real
lot,
with you though?
Oh my
The
God.
money's better.
The money is a lot.
The money's better. Like it don't matter. There's niggas that make good bags off songs you never heard of.
Facts.
Like it don't really matter. Like
But why though?
because other people listen. It's a niche. There's like, and this is the other thing. Like because you do make a point. I'll be scientific about it. It's because people are stuck in their niche, right? That's why it's hard to break out of like.
There's an answer that makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard to break into the true mainstream because people are stuck in their niche. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't have to be mainstream.
I don't think so.
That's what I was gonna say
Like,
because if you find your niche, you might find a lane, and it might never matter that nobody ever like that you ever hit that hit. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that. Yeah, totally.
So that's kind of what like I do agree with you on. It's just like it's hard to break niche, like,
But you don't need to, right? That's the point too.
but it's tough, like, cause like I'll argue like there's still music still being discovered that's already been made that's becoming a hit now. You know, like the Kate Bush song or whatever is that her name? I think the running up the hill, the from the Stranger Things. shit. Like she dropped that shit 40 years ago, and it's like topping the charts. Like,
what's that nigga's name? Damn. Fuck.
But I feel like this comes back
What's
to
that
the
nigga's
point
name,
that you
bro?
made of like hip hop
Damn,
and punk
futuristically.
kind of like on the same level as well.
What's that
Like,
nigga-
I
Young
feel like
Lake?
punk
Nigga,
kind
Young
of
Lake.
struggles with the same thing.
That shit bounced back too.
For sure. Yeah. I think definitely hip hop
Like, do
is
you ever
like
think
way
like?
more popular.
But do you ever think like in
He said,
like
"Damn, we
punk
talked a
or
lot."
like this in rock music that like, oh, is there another timeless artist like this? Like,
That's a
you know
good
what I
question
mean?
too.
Punk specifically is very unique because
That's great.
it's like it's like a revolving door of the same art project. It
Mhm.
seems like it's like it's very political, and like there's a lot of ideology behind it, and like and it's very community based, and so
Mhm.
it's like you have like the same people part of the same choir, almost like saying the same message that
Mhm.
the pastor is saying,
Yeah.
but doing it in their own way as if they all
Okay.
broke off. So it's like that instead of people kind of being individual, it's about like community mindset. But I'm not saying hip hop isn't, but a lot of the time it
Yeah.
can be
Hip-hop
like geared
can be
towards that
very
way.
individual,
But
yeah.
like I
Mhm.
like I love like what like Ice Cube did with like Today Is a Good Day,
Mhm.
where it was like an individual story, but is the community story as well. And at the same time, and so that's like brilliant songwriting, where you can
Yeah.
kind of tap into this is my experience, but this is also like our experience.
Yeah.
And
That bitch still getting played today.
right.
Okay.
And as far as like superstardom, I think I'm not saying there won't be superstar artists, like because like of course like The Weeknd will always be, but I mean he's pre 2020, but
Right.
I think it's just simple metrics like
Mhm.
analytics.
Right.
It just comes down to the pool of people who listen to music is bigger, and more importantly the pool of people who are making music is bigger.
Yeah.
And this goes, and we touched on a lot of stuff on the timeline. We touched about it wasn't as easy to just pull out your phone and record a BandLab recording that like sounds pretty legit good. I've been impressed.
Yeah.
And before that it's like, okay, you got to rent the studio. Do you know somebody? Do you got like 50 to 100
Guitarist,
bucks, and you got to
bassist.
go downtown to record it because that's before a time before your friend has one or you could do it. And before that, just like the nightmare of like anxiety fever dream I have is being a band in like anytime pre 1975 where you're recording on tape.
Yeah.
And when you and your band are recording, if just like imagine you're like the bassist and you press one wrong note,
Ruin
the
take.
whole take is done. Not only that, they have to toss the tape
Mhm.
because if you overwrite the tape, it doesn't sound as good. It affects the fidelity. So then your band has to buy a new tape for them. And so it's like, that's a lot of pressure. You know, it's not just like, oh, no, that wasn't good. Okay, it's deleted.
run it
Took
back.
more,
Yeah,
you had to have the balls to do that shit.
I feel like that definitely affected like how prepared like bands were. Like now I'll have bands coming over and like the bassist is still writing the bass part when they walk in. They're like, because it's like, it's whatever.
100 takes.
It's no big deal. But I mean, I can't imagine the stress going in. It's like, all right, guys, we bought 1 hour.
It meant more.
And we can only afford one tape. And
so,
But
like
that's
like
crazy.
his point, like to Hoosier's point, who are like the superstars now in like your genre? And do you feel like maybe 10 years ago, like is there someone that's like touching that, like that base of like right now?
There are some, I think right now, maybe Turnstile might be like that. That because they're breaking through the mold of like it's hard to say like define what mainstream is because for superstardom there is no superstardom truly to exist like for that argument to exist mainstream doesn't exist almost because if there's a mainstream and people are subscribing to something in the mainstream then that's superstardom but
because a lot of people don't know who Bad Bunny is right now. Like
exactly. But it's like the biggest artist in the world. And I think that is the unique point that I'm trying to get to is that I'll put it in this term here to make it as simple as possible. There will never be a television show that has higher ratings than the Ed Sullivan Show did. And it's because how many channels were on television at the time? Like 4, 5. And when they had like Elvis Presley or the Beatles on, everybody in the United States with a television was watching that channel, was watching that artist.
You can't get another chance till next week.
That is a special moment in time that will never exist again because now there is so much, and now superimpose that onto the genre of music, like radio. We could all tune into the same radio station when people actually listen. It was a big deal when you're on it because now you're mainstream, you're going to the general population. But now there's so many people who are making music and so many people who are listening to music in different ways that you can truly exist in your own world and that's what's really, it's really good for artists because it's like how smaller artists can win and like make a living off of this is because you don't have to be at the very, very top. There are artists that can like just do like maybe 40 days of tour a year, 30, and just do 500 cap rooms, like smaller rooms, and make a decent living. No one knows who you are, but like you have your community. It's just like what you see like on for like creators who like have just like a really loyal community. These people are going to ride or die for them no matter what, and they're going to support them for the rest of their life. It's the same thing with art, and that wouldn't be possible without like this giant platform that exists for all these artists to do what they want and create on. So superstardom does seem to be done for in the traditional sense where there's not one person who doesn't know like who Michael Jackson is. There's no like I think that you could name any artist and there'll be somebody who's like into music who doesn't know who they are because the pools are so big and people can as like they have we talked about their own community, their niches, their echo chambers or whatever that you live in and you can just like you can either expand that like what happened with magical in the days like when you went on like Bandcamp or like when Pandora or something or like YouTube when you just kept like going and you break out of that chamber that niche that echo chamber you break out of it and you're like whoa this is totally different but now people can just reinforce it and not let anything else in and so it is you know, I guess a shame that we don't have the superstardom time where there's a true superstar that's like true like king or queen of the world.
Right.
But it's
Do you think it's
also
too late though?
yeah. But
Yeah, I agree with
but
that.
I think it's a overall a really good thing
Yeah.
because it
That's
means anybody can like succeed and be like super successful in their own, and this has to be the natural process of
So
things.
about a timeless song, do you think it's too late to create those?
No, I think see
Individual relationship.
timeless in the niche.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There won't be one that maybe everybody can point at, but like everybody within now it's like everything's like layered like these like Russian nesting dolls, like where like where like the Russian nesting dolls a genre,
Yeah.
and it's like you have like metal or no, you have rock,
Mhm.
and then you
Right.
have like metal, then you have like metalcore, and then you
Right.
you just keep going and going
subgenres
and
for
going
sure.
until the
Right.
subgenre thing, and it happens with hip hop in huge
Right.
ways. And so there'll be like one of those like subgenres. There's timeless songs in that subgenre.
Right.
That's
So-
like this
I
is
got a
this is
question
crazy,
for
like in
y'all.
the underground world or
Right.
like in EDM
ask you
or
a
whatever.
Like,
You know?
I will say that like I agree with him. Like Not Like Us is the most recent
Yeah.
timeless song. Like
Mhm.
and like being a DJ, like I know what hits like based on the reactions of certain things. Like when you have something like Not Like Us, like people go crazy every time. Like
Say
that's
like God's plan. Was
God's plan. Like yeah,
Going
there's
crazy on Ice Baby.
there's certain songs that I think that have been
Vanilla Ice
made.
fan here.
Right. But I think there's certain songs that have been made in the last few years that
He
are
shot this
timeless.
one, though.
But then you might play you might talk about something like the Rob Stone song, the Kill Bill song. Like
Yeah.
underground rap, like that's a fucking classic. Like as
Yeah.
far as underground rap, but like
Mhm.
some dude on the street might not know that song. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's a
I
fact.
just think that pool is getting. I think you're absolutely right. Where that I think that you could still quantify like Not Like Us as being like a giant viral, like more than viral, like
Yeah,
breaking
it's like
into
an
the
actual
mainstream,
hit, like-
an actual hit, and
And like the-
timeless is something there. I'd say sure.
Yeah, we don't know
we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But if it is timeless and people look back and like say and are still listening to it, it will be it'll have to be maybe the first, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe like the only or one of the first diss songs that moves out of its time and place and into
mainstream.
like history
Yeah.
forever, like
Yeah.
becomes timeless because like diss songs naturally are up from like how they are by nature are of their time. They're of,
Yeah.
they describe
Yeah.
a moment in time.
Specific, yeah.
And people will play the songs back. They'll play like Ether back, and they're like, "This is what was going
Right.
on."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you get the whole lore and story and stuff.
Ooh.
And that's another thing that I wanted to mention that that was unique with hip hop. That's so cool about it is that people like it's about the lore about
Right.
the artist.
Yeah.
Like people like
They're like
genuinely
folk
don't
tales. So
So
care.
does lore sit with new artists?
Well-
Does music contain that same lore anymore? I guess is my.
I think it's
question.
more
It
lore than
depend-
anything. now.
Yeah.
Well,
it-
that deep lore,
It
like
comes with niche.
that.
That's
Okay,
just-
the
it
niche,
depends on
of course.
what you're trying to
But you were about to say
create.
something.
It depends
Yeah.
on what you're trying to create as the artist as far as lore, but like hip hop's
Oh,
so unique
that's what I was
because
gonna
like
ask y'all.
people don't like
Maybe
care
not,
too much about like what like pop artists or does. Like
Yeah.
people don't care about like
Uh,
what
I don't know. Taylor
Like-
Swift right now, she got a little.
oh well if
She
you
got
have
deep
like
lore.
a cult following and like that's
Yeah.
and if I was to point to anybody I was going to mention earlier, I'd say Taylor Swift is probably like superstar even
Yeah,
more than like
easily.
even though like Weekend has bigger numbers like on the board than
Yeah.
her. The Weekend doesn't connect with their fans as much as like she does. Like she like engages super hard with them and like creates loyalty.
Yeah.
people go
like,
to the
The
theaters
Weekend's
to
just
go
like
see it.
I am
Yeah,
an
for real.
idol and like but I have no connection with you guys. Like but where she's just trying to always like create lifetime fans.
So
You
do
know?
you feel like that because like the Weekend is Canadian though? Like, can we really say that?
I'd say Justin Bieber
Justin
took
Bieber.
over
Drake.
the American
Yeah,
Drake.
Right,
yeah.
right.
I think we adopt the Canadians and
they're
almost every
us.
way.
We don't.
I mean,
we
I
don't
don't know if
realize it goes too
American,
late.
but like
Yeah.
Mm.
Shea Gilgis,
comparing like Taylor
Alexander.
Swift to the Weekend though, I feel like
Oh, that's
Would that be
a
an-
tough one, and that because like first of all, like totally different music, different cultures,
right.
different everything. But as far as like pointing to like who's like the superstars, like those two are quite up there.
So you're
absolutely.
it's basically y'all feel that like if you're not a legacy artist at this point, it's over with. Like
To become one.
Well, I'd say
Somewhat.
it's
I
not
don't feel like
not
it,
not
though.
over with. There's
'Cause I was
no.
gonna
I
ask
don't.
y'all
within the
what-
niche.
I was gonna
Within
ask-
the niche.
I'd like to remove the negative connotation of this. I just think there was. It's like it's like there was a filter on the amount of music that went to the general public, and now it's totally the
It's
veil's
broken.
lifted,
No more gatekeeping.
and so like.
Yeah.
Everybody can make music. Everybody can consume music and art
Enjoy
in
what
any
they
way
want,
they
yeah.
can.
Yeah.
And so it's like that first time when you're like you got a streaming service that you realize like, oh, I don't have to just like
Watch
be at the
whatever.
mercy of whatever. It's
Yeah.
like I can listen to whatever I want right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like going back to like trends, like I feel like genres were a trend at one point in time. Like people used to not rap. And then it was a trend to rap. Not
Yeah.
just like certain styles
That's a
of rap,
fact, yeah.
but it was a trend to rap.
Yeah.
Or a trend to do punk or do this different shit like that.
Ain't
You
a
know
trend
what I
right
mean?
now?
Hmm?
Ain't a trend to rap right now?
It's
People are always
it's
gonna make
bro,
music.
there's trends within rapping
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
is what I'm
Just-
saying. Like it used to be
just
like
different
no one rapped
expressions.
ever and then everyone started rapping. Now it's like, all right, we got this type of rap. Now we got this type of rap. That's the trend now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like okay, like people are all making like the sad music for a wave, like the
Yeah.
sad rap. And now, like something that I thought was cool is like boom bap came back like
Mhm.
recently. Like I think that's sick. Like so, it's like, and that's the cool part about music too. Like the cycles, like people do get wore out with something. That's why Clips had an album that did so well because it's like okay, we've heard 100 auto tune albums. Like
Yeah.
so somebody rap, Once people catch on to that, that'll be a trend. Okay, I'm gonna do my rap album now.
That's
Like,
real rap.
yeah, I'm gonna spit my realest shit now. And they're gonna
Yeah,
do
check
that.
out that
and
new Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald, I hate Tom McDonald. Not bring Tom.
I'm just
McDonald
playing.
to- I'm just
Who
playing.
was that?
I'm just playing. I'm
There we
trolling.
go, niches.
I'm trolling. for
He's
sure.
a big rapper, bro. He's famous.
I'm trolling.
Tom
for
McDonald.
sure.
He's awful.
You know who's also big? Dax.
I hate him too.
I
He's
hate
same
that
type beat.
nigga.
Same type beat.
And
Same
he
type
does
beat.
the comment like there's a guy that like he kind of like streams
Did I
like
offend
him
you?
making his stuff. But he does really good content though outside of
My
like
bad.
his music.
Because
I
he's a
forgot to say
content
that.
creator for real, for real.
Because he be touring.
I
though.
forgot.
Bro,
Bitch
he's
called
been
me
doing
an asshole. You
content
didn't even
like
know me.
YouTube
Hey,
shit. That's how he got on. Like it's all like YouTube growth.
but,
So he really like a YouTuber, but he a rapper, but like it's all based
So-
on YouTube.
He make good content.
I got.
I can't lie.
If you think
And he
you
breaks
said
down the content.
He knows what he's
shots and
doing.
stuff.
Yeah. I respect that.
you said it's too late though, right? But do you really feel like that's just the aspect of the rap or just any genre? Because honestly, I ain't gonna lie, there's a few like Billie Eilish once again, for example, like she went in her lane and she's created more like a cult type of fan base too. So it's like, do you think it's just too late for as far as the rap game because it's oversaturated, or do you think it's all genres?
I don't think it's too late for anybody in any genre to be the top of their genre
Right.
at any point.
Okay.
Because I think my general argument against superstardom was just the Beatles being the biggest band in the world just because they were like the first
They
to
were
record a
successful.
ton of albums and like just like do it a lot and just be like just the one people were into. Like they just were in this like tipping point of like the radio, plays being important, album sales going out and stuff. So it's mainly like who was there like first, but everybody's like on the same, and those were unprecedented times too. There was no
Right.
book written for how to be successful on radio when radio
Right.
first came out. And it wasn't just radio. In the hip hop community, it was going to your local DJ. That was like a huge part of it.
Right.
And like slipping him $100 to play your song at the club.
Right.
Just play it once and like just kind of see what the reaction is,
Right.
and back then people were like, what song was that? I want to go like buy
Right.
it instead of
Yeah.
like like now people still do that a lot. I can't tell you. It's super cool too. I love when I see people like Shazam something.
Yeah.
Because like they'll be like we were like in a record store and the guy who was like running the counter wasn't there, but there was a song playing, and I saw this like 16-year-old kid just like with his phone, like put his phone up to the ceiling because he desperately wanted to know what the song was, and I was like, that's awesome. That's that's
cool.
real.
I've been getting more into
Big
that.
foot
Like
ass
I'll go to
nigga.
like
Damn.
a bar and just kind of like sit at the bar top and just listen to the music they're playing and like hear some different shit. Like Shazam it, download a bunch of different albums. That's what I've been doing lately.
Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah, if you want to break out of that mold, yeah, just try, yeah, go out to different venues, go out to different local artists and watch them perform,
Right.
to kind of tap into what that local vibe is. But as far as just like the overall like superstardom, there's just more artists and more listeners, so that
Yeah.
pool is just way bigger. And so yeah, people don't know who Bad Bunny is, and it's crazy. But like he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind
He
if
made
like
plenty of
yeah,
cheese.
he
Plenty.
doesn't mind at all. Like if like just a bunch of people don't know, and it's
The international crowd.
it is, I think, just still beneficial because people will live in that space and they'll put you'll be the top for them.
Mhm.
You like
Right.
anybody in that genre, like you ask like people who like listen to that like type of hip hop that NBA Youngboy does, and they'll say like he is the best
GOAT.
ever,
Yeah,
the goat,
yeah.
and his like any artist, like, and so, but there's people who've never heard of him either. But
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
so it's just about I think it comes down to what you said too before, where people have created their own worlds like
Right.
that of the content that they consume, and it's great because you can just you don't I think that's an argument against going and doing trends. It's like a aggressive current in a river. You
Yeah.
know, you can jump in with everybody else to get to the next place, but what condition are you in if once you get there, you know?
Right.
So being authentic is the absolute best way, you know, to engage with people.
Right.
And you have the opportunity to do that now without, you know, and have a better chance of getting people involved and following your music. I think that was, you know, as much as the shit as we talked about TikTok tonight,
Right.
it
Yeah.
was the catalyst for so many people. Like finally, it was like it felt like before TikTok, it was like what are the rules for the algorithm? People were really into like people are now, of
The
course,
Yeah.
but like people were like really like it felt like there's a strict rule book and you had to like
Mhm.
really get to know somebody or something. Like you had to, it was hard to break through. But when TikTok first dropped, it was crazy. It was like the Wild West. Like you just anybody, like your aunt could drop a video of her cat
Right.
and it would get like a
Right.
million views. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what? And like
Yeah.
and anybody could break through. And it still seems to kind of be like that in some ways.
Mhm.
And I think that's great for creators. It's great for artists in all sorts of ways. So I, that being said, what you guys are doing in Louisville, you know, is creating your own like pocket of people, you know, that want to follow you. And I think uh, performing at No Comply will be like this huge exposure to like your music that other people maybe have never even been like some of those kids won't have even heard the genre before or
Yeah.
maybe even heard that kind of take on it
Mhm.
and only heard maybe the most corporatized
Yeah.
version of it.
Right.
And so
One thing I'm thankful for is that these guys are all unique. Like everything we do is like in house. It's all like genuine. Like you heard them, they're like, I don't write my shit with AI. Like, like, and it's like, you know, it comes from like a long-standing connection. Obviously, us knowing each other for a long time and all that stuff. So I'm really excited for us to be able to make an impression, not only on like the youth, like the people that are gonna be, but yeah, they're gonna be the next big fans of something. So
Yeah.
like we're hoping that we can fill that void, number one. And number two, like I really think we're gonna bring like the best product like that like Louisville has to offer as far as like hip hop goes. And like I've been in the scene for a while, so like I know I've gotten my flowers, but I genuinely think that it's time for these guys to get theirs because like
agreed.
you know I've worked with these guys like you know, he's always been a creative cat. You know, he's always been a creative cat. He's been creative in his own ways, but to like see that mature into like them being like legit artists has been really really fucking cool. So like I'm excited for them like to like stamp like themselves for this like because again this shit ain't even about me. I make a living doing this shit. I'm thankful. Like kind of like we were talking about, I fit a niche. Like I'm thankful for that. But I think these guys legit like are the real deal. So I'm excited to like really present who I believe are some of the best artists, not only in Louisville but in the country. So I'm excited for this.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely.
Thank you, bro.
Well, but
Real shit. Yeah.
with that being said,
starting to fentanyl, but
Hoosier, Jettbaby Dada, Coach Cam, Kuda Baby.
Thank you for having us,
We
bro.
took over.
We was yapping. I ain't gonna lie. That's my
but
fault.
he said that was gonna happen though. For
Full
real.
takeover.
A lot of yappers.
Oh yeah, I did. I was like, this sounds gonna go. That I mean, that was just awesome. Like seeing, and especially that last argument, argument we had, like it just like everybody kind of touched on like a timeline and like a piece to the greater puzzle. So
Yeah,
it's, like,
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, we love this shit though.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, passionate. Everybody's passionate
Yes,
about
and
the
that's-
game, the
yeah.
music, the creativity.
I
Mhm.
love the game.
I love
love
this
the
shit.
hustle.
I love this shit, man.
I love the game.
Absolutely. Yes. And yeah, that's the energy, I think, and that positive energy that you guys uniquely bring as well. Like that is really great. Like that I'm really attracted to is like just like bringing like compassion forward and positivity forward and just building each other up instead of breaking each other down.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really great.
We appreciate you for having just a
Yeah.
open space for us.
Right,
to
it's
do
late
that,
as
you know?
hell. I want to make a note.
Yeah,
it's
it's
late
2
as
a.m.
up.
in this
Late
bitch.
as
Oh, yeah,
hell.
this is
girl
the
asked
first
where I'm at.
2 a.m. Conversations with Cars.
Look, that's the best kind,
Yeah,
brother.
late
Look,
night.
Yeah,
you
late
getting
night.
the best content.
At
But
night.
we thankful
Yeah,
for
for
you,
real.
brother. You and look, we're gonna interview for you for 20 seconds.
Sure.
You're gonna be our guitarist for the
Yeah,
show.
no facts.
So how do you feel about this? Is your
Shit.
second time in No Comply. Will you tell us about how you feel about
Yes,
the
sir.
performance?
I am really excited to both bring the aspects of like what makes hip hop like great and like what makes your music great
Yeah.
into it with like we have like a lot of guys who are just like gonna bring it as far as like the groove and the funk to it and like the
Yeah.
clean sound. But then I'm also excited to circumvent that with like some really heavy.
Yeah, you're
like,
there to get
riffs.
wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've been like listening to like some of the tracks that Kuda sent me, and like just like think it's like, oh, this is the one that's going to be like stupid heavy, and this is the one that's going to be back into the cool rhythm of things, and
Yeah.
and I'm excited just to see just the pop off of just even the instrumental tracks, but yeah, I'm excited to really showcase that marriage, that true like the sharing of DNA between punk and hip hop music,
Yeah.
and showcasing that like first and foremost, and like kind of showing that to a new generation of kids, because like if these two scenes come together and truly marry, like there's no stopping.
Yeah, I do
There's
agree
no
with that.
stopping
I
us.
do agree with
For sure.
that. Yeah,
Like I think that they
definitely
should absolutely join up, because like I saw it first when I was like 16 years old. There's at the Spinelli's downtown. I booked a few shows, and a few of them were hip hop meets hardcore, and I'd have two hip hop artists, two hardcore artists, and seeing the merging of those two audiences was, I didn't know it was like gonna happen back then. I was like a kid. I was like, but it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And it was super cool to see like how much they appreciated each other, and it's like they're in such different worlds that there's no like feeling of like like competition minded thing or anything like comparative, where you're just like, that is so wild in a different world, like both acts looking at each other, that it was just like, I want to know more about this site, and like the audience is coming together too. It's just really cool. So that's what I'm looking forward the most, of like showing the culture and showing our city that we don't have to be like divided,
Yeah,
we
that's
can
real.
come together.
Yeah, that's real.
I think we'll
We're
be
gonna do
stronger
that.
for it.
Shit,
We're
that's
gonna
some
do
super
that.
cool
Yes,
shit.
sir.
Sure.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
going to be a great
Thank you.
episode.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Yep, clap it up. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
For sure,
All right.
dog.
Appreciate you.
Damn.